Well, welcome everybody to our show, because someone that we all usually see that he says he's going to be here, but he's not, just because he's too good to get here on time. We're here with our show at a brand new time because we run things.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm here with the usual suspects, the mayor, the producer, and the influencer. How are you guys tonight?
Of course, he wants to move the show up an hour and then just fails to show up. Why would he do that?
I mean, he's a slacker, right? I mean,
Well, I guess he didn't look at his baseball schedule and realize he had a game tonight or something.
Apparently.
I don't know.
What's up, Holsinger?
What's up, Holsinger?
Yeah, appreciate you guys joining us. As you can see, we're here at a different time tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time instead of 9 o'clock Eastern time. So, so let's just do what we normally do. We'll start with you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, how are you tonight? And what are you wearing and what are you drinking?
Well, I'm doing very well tonight. Finally back in the home studio. I'm not in the truck. I'm not driving to Charleston. I'm not in another country. Back here at home. So at least tonight, I'll be on the road Thursday. So who knows where I'll come at you guys from? We'll see. Could be could be a hunk of burning love going on. You never know. We'll see where I land.
Well,
but tonight, because I'm headed to Wichita the end of the week, Mrs. Mayor and I are headed out Thursday. We'll be there Friday and Saturday for games against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, which I'm excited to go see the AA Royals play a little bit. I mean, heck, more than half that team was here in Columbia the last 2 years. So I'm excited to go see these guys play on the road and antagonize the influencer a little bit in his home stadium, wearing all my Fireflies and Naturals gear and so forth and so on. But so I'm repping the Naturals tonight. Eric just sent me a photo of Colton Becker, who was here at the Fireflies playing tonight for the Naturals. I've reached out to Colton, and hopefully we'll meet up with him Friday night before the game as well. So I got that. And from our sponsor, just a quick shout out. We'll get back to the sponsor, but wearing the Support Local Baseball t-shirt from Old Fort. And tonight I'm actually drinking one of the beers that I snagged out of Eric's 4-pack that I was supposed to ship him, that I'm now taking to him from Divine Barrel, Cadillac Rainbow.
Did I see you take that?
I kept one for myself.
Good thing you're not getting anything from me then.
You're getting plenty. I'm probably even going to bring you some extra stuff. So I'm going to work on cleaning out the fridge a little bit and bring Eric a lot of extra things.
Yeah. And Eric, by extra, he means he's bringing you the beer he should have sent me. But, but no problem.
Yours is actually, I'm taking yours to the post office tomorrow. I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm actually going to take yours tomorrow because I have an extra little surprise to throw in the box for you as well.
I'm looking forward to the empty cans. I really am. No.
Nice. So anyway, that's what I've got. That's what I'm doing. So.
Well.
Oh, and Cadillac Rainbows, by the way, is just so everybody knows, this is a session sour ale, which is why Eric picked it out. It's peach, mango, passion fruit, and guava.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right up Eric's alley here. So looking forward to a nice little sour tonight.
Well, I was going to say, it is Eric, so it needs to be sour. Oh,
sour fits.
Yeah. Well, let's go to a solo layout real quick. What do you got, Mr. Influencer?
So Mr. Michael Lorenzen is starting on rehab for the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. One of the starting pitchers for the Kansas City Royals. So Zach got his autograph. So Michael Lorenzen autograph. Got my Kansas City Royals hat since the Naturals are here tonight. Colton Becker is hitting 7th or 8th, and is playing shortstop. So I think it is a team mascot. He's hitting 8th. Donnie's love. He's here. Hitting 8th, number 8, shortstop. Colton's here. So
yeah.
And I have water with a little electrolyte I don't even know what it is. One of those. It's like liquid IV, but it's like the cheap version of it.
So it's liquid IV instead, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. And I just want to place on record congratulations to Mr. Influencers Royals on winning the series against the Blue Jays. It was terrible. They looked pretty good against my team. So, congratulations to the Royals on winning that series. They deserved it.
Thank you.
Mr. Producer, how are you tonight, my friend? And what are you wearing and what are you drinking?
I am good tonight, and Donnie, good to know you did not get the blue hat memo. So,
those people with money, they've always got to do their own thing.
I know. I get it. And by the way, Patrick, he did tell me what the surprise is going to be in that box waiting for you. It's going to be the invoice.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, good.
So
Good.
Just prepare for that. So tonight's hat I'm wearing is the Battle Creek Battle Jacks from the Northwoods League, which we'll go over the standings on that soon. And since I am currently recovering from an illness, I cannot drink, so I am currently drinking water.
Oh, sorry to hear you were ill.
Yeah.
You didn't let us know till now.
Well, I was trying to see. It's like I could probably make it to the show, and it was, let's say, it was kind of a game time decision.
Okay.
Man, well, I mean, I don't want to be like Eric, but I will say, I did try to text the producer to ask if he was going to be on the show tonight, and then I didn't get a response. So,
well, it's his flu game, so he's like Jordan. He's gonna play through it.
So Patrick, the reason why I didn't answer back, one, I literally saw it like 10 minutes before we got on, and two, payroll nightmare at work.
Well, you just had to come with like perfectly reasonable excuses, right? You just had to come with something entirely reasonable.
You know what people call me over here, Mr. Reasonable.
I'm telling you, man.
If it had been one of us, me or him, it would have not been prefaced with the word reasonable. It would just been excuses.
Virgil, just pay people. It's not that hard. There doesn't have to be any payroll prices. Just give the people what they are owed.
It's not the paying people that's the problem. It's the paying people correctly that may be the problem.
That's also a big problem.
Yeah. The WNBA has that problem, apparently.
Yeah. By the way, can you send me Donnie's paycheck instead? That would be great. I mean, I'd be set.
Wait a couple of weeks and get my paycheck that you're going to see in a couple of weeks, because it'll be a lot of zeros.
I'll have to
with
wire
nothing in front of it.
Yeah, I have to wire that to you because I can't send an ACH that big.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It's not that big. You don't work, you don't get paid.
Sure. Okay. Because I was going to say, he talks about the different locations he's in. One thing that hasn't changed, the man is rich. So, anyway.
I love that you like to play that narrative, but it's not true.
Well, you can call it a narrative if you want, but it's called actually a true story. But anyways. Tonight,
shout out real quick to Phil. He said he's working tonight.
Yeah.
River Dogs at Green Jackets. I hope they got the tarp off the field. He posted earlier that they were in a rain delay. So hopefully he doesn't have a late night for a school night.
Yeah. And Phil, shout out to you for all your trips this past summer. That, as usual, it's very, very impressive. And I live vicariously through the likes of you and Donnie and Virgil and Eric and all of you that take really cool trips. And I got to take some of my own, so I was very lucky to get to do that. But certainly those lengthy trips, I certainly live vicariously through you guys. So kudos to you guys for doing what you have to do to make those work, and for supporting the teams.
Since we're having an issue with payroll, can you help me out with my finances since I travel a lot this summer?
I mean, I can. I don't know if Mrs. Influencer is going to agree with that, but I mean, I can do what I can.
Yeah. Holsinger knows. Anyways.
Shout out to Sellers too. He's on here. What's up, Sellers?
There he is.
Yeah, he made a trip to Bristol for the sort of game.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that one.
But just real quick before we get into that, and then I'll pass it over to our fluducer. Tonight I am wearing the Miami Marlins because I would like to thank them for beating the Yankees. Since my Blue Jays couldn't win a series to save their life in this past week,
Actually, they didn't beat the Yankees. The Yankees beat themselves, just to be fair.
Well,
But go ahead.
So,
I'll put it this way.
so you're
This
literally
team
not
swept you
giving them
regardless of whether
credit.
they did it or you did it. So we can.
No,
we can-
they whipped us. They whipped us.
Yeah.
How dare you not give them credit?
Yeah.
Such
Yeah.
a Yankees thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the Marlins' fault you can't play defense, just like it's not the Royals or Orioles' fault that we couldn't play defense in the last week. But tonight I am drinking what will soon be Crystal Light, but right now it's just some water. But it will soon be Crystal Light of one of the kinds I have here in the bag beside me.
Are you galvanizing the crystals or something?
Well, I've got a whole bag of them, so just whatever.
It's
one
like
I-
roulette. He's just going to reach down and grab one out, and it's luck of the draw.
It's Crystal Light roulette, or should we let the people vote? No, no one's here for that.
I think this calls for a wheel of Crystal Light for next time.
Oh, yes. There you go.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
But remember, I'm old, so I don't know how to work this thing called the internet. So one of you may have to do it for me because I'm the geriatric that drinks the Crystal Light, so I don't know all this technology and what you young whippersnappers use. So I may need some help. But
yeah, he's like the guy that grabs all the packets of condiments at the restaurants and extra forks and spoons. He goes into the nursing home under the guise of volunteering and comes out with a box of Crystal Light variety.
Hey, don't give away my secrets. Man, you're cramping my style here, Donnie. You're old. You should know that. Anyways, no.
I know. I might need that Crystal Light one day. Taking it from me.
Some old lady won't be hydrated tonight because of me. That's right. That's right. That's right. So that's
a good one.
So that's what we're wearing and what we're drinking. So, Mr. Producer, or as I said, the Flu Deucer, I am going to turn it over to you. What do you have for us tonight?
I feel like I need a counter for every time Patrick drinks Crystal Light that it says "old lady's dehydrated." It's like a little LCD counter. I have to see how.
Well, you know how McDonald's has billions of people served since whatever year? I'm going to say making sure so many millions of old ladies are not hydrated since 1985. I don't know.
We'll work on the wording on that. I feel like there's some potential there.
We'll do that. So what do we have tonight, Mr. Producer?
Well, tonight we're gonna be jumping all over the place. We got some Major League Baseball to talk about. We got some NFL to talk about. We got some college to talk about.
Ooh.
And we'll see what goes on from there. But before that, as always, let's go over our Northwoods League standings.
Okay.
We are down to a handful of games left. I believe we are either down to 5 or 4 games left before playoffs. So things are getting kind of heated over here.
Mm-hmm.
So the pulling up the rankings here, the first place team is the Traverse City Pit Spitters at 45-21. Second place is the Walsall Woodchucks, 2 games behind at 43-21. And next is the Madison Mallards, not that far behind at 40-23, 2.5 games back from the Woodchucks. Kalamazoo Growlers are 10 games back from Traverse City at 35-32. And Kenosha Kingfish, 18 games back. I've heard people have been calling Kenosha the Rockies of the Northwoods League, and I think that's really unfair to the Rockies.
It is. It is. Now, Mr. Producer, with this Northwoods League competition, is it based on regular season record or who wins the whole thing in the playoffs?
So it really depends who makes the playoffs at this point, because looking at standings, it's only going to be 2 teams that are making the playoffs. So,
and it's the Woodchucks and the Pit Spitters, right?
Right now, Madison Mallards are 2.5 games back, so they're still in the running for it.
They aren't gonna make it.
We could do something between Eric and I later on if both our teams do make it. But I'm doing overall standings right now, so that's what.
More importantly, we're doing a punishment for the last place team.
Yes, the punishment for the last place team is still.
That's more important than you and I or whoever's in the playoffs figuring it out. It's better that we do a punishment for the last place person.
I agree, because the first place person is just going to get a trophy that we'll never make, and so.
Wasn't the punishment going to be like the loser has to buy 10 hats each for everybody?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking more about the Skyline chili idea.
I mean, I'm good with that too.
Listen,
Whatever you have to do.
I may be looking up IPA beer chili recipes, possibly. I'll even make it in person. You know, you got to build some content to it.
Man, what's worse, IPA or IPA is an ingredient? Ugh.
I haven't heard the problem yet.
Huh?
I have not heard the problem yet.
That's because you're old and you can't hear. Eric knows.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely disgusting. I still can't believe he's sitting there literally drinking my beer in front of me right now. And he thinks he's coming and I'm letting him in my city.
I can't believe he's not flying with that airline deal that he has.
You can control the airport, but you can't control the roadways.
Sure, I can. Watch.
Yep, there's Beast again. You're right.
He's going to have a police blockade at the city limits. Are you good friends with the mayor of Wichita, Eric?
He says I'm not him.
Oh.
Well, considering it's a she,
Again, who says it's not?
that's not for me to say.
In this day and age,
yeah,
Patrick, let's be careful.
Mr. Producer, before I get myself in trouble, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Oh, I think we're way past that, but let's go over the scores real quick. The game's going on. Right now, bottom of the fifth, Kalamazoo Growlers are losing to the Royal Oak Leprechauns 7-0.
Yeah.
Madison Mallards are tied with the Lakeshore Chinooks at 2-2. The game that I'm currently watching on ESPN Plus, Fond du Lac Dock Spiders are down 3-0 against the Wausau Woodchucks.
Mm-hmm.
Traverse City Pit Spitters are 4-0 against the Rockford Rivets. And Kenosha Kingfish are down 2-0 to the Battle Creek Battlejacks.
Ooh. By the way, I'm going to give a shout out to the Traverse City Pit Spitters. The remontada that they had after the way that they started out the summer is quite impressive.
They did not get their first win until maybe the second week.
Something like
everybody else, and they've gone a tear since then. So gotta give props to the Traverse City Pittsburgh.
I mean, and
sorry to cut you off, Rhonda. Let's talk about this. Is it the Ambassador or the Broadview?
Neither.
No. Is it the Home 2?
No.
Is it the Courtyard?
No.
It's a nice courtyard.
Okay,
Well,
see,
I was
that's
gonna
what
say
I told him. I said Virgil stayed there. It's a little further away from the ballpark, but to ask you, the Fairfield. Oh, you're probably staying at the Hyatt.
No.
you're staying at a really high-end place, aren't you?
Does Wichita have a Ritz Carlton?
An Airbnb.
I'll let
to me.
Rhonda tell you because I can't remember the name of it, but I know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong
remember.
thing.
Yeah.
Waldorf
Eric,
Astoria?
what's the most expensive place to stay in Wichita?
Oh, we were not looking for the most expensive. Not at all.
Sure.
Probably the Ritz Wichita. The Four Seasons Wichita.
Well, spoiler alert, that's where Donnie's staying. Okay.
I'm waiting for him to say he's not staying in Wichita at all.
He's staying in Goddard.
I was just about to mess with you and say we were staying at Joe's, and Mike Grell just said he's staying at your brother's, but no, we're not.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's awkward because then you'd be staying with my mom.
Yeah. Hey, it says we're not.
Well, see, he's not staying in Wichita. He's staying in Wichita. Because
Maybe your mom invited us to stay with her instead of us having to stay with you. You never know.
Oh my word! Reels back in, Mr. Producer. We're falling off the rails here.
All right, so let's talk about speaking about going off the rails.
Oh,
let's talk about the Bristol Motor Speedway game, and I'm glad Sellers is here because he was actually there. Apparently, this has been
JJ was there too. By the way, he's not on here tonight.
My boss was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But she and her family went, and let's put it this way. I'm not going to get into the details. I'll let you do that, Mr. Producer. But I felt like there was one narrative that Fox Sports was putting out, and then there was a whole other one with people that were actually there.
Okay. So I want to talk about that. Let's talk about that because apparently this was a very polarizing thing, which at the time I did not realize was even that polarizing. So, what is in your opinion, what do you guys think between the two narratives here? And why would even, I guess, which one do you resonate more with?
Not Fox. Now, I wouldn't listen to the network or MLB at all on this because they talked about it being a great experience. There wasn't a single person that streamed anything online or posted anything online that had a good experience, period. I mean, it's a cool idea, and it was probably a little bit cool to have been there. But as far as the experience goes, I haven't seen anybody say, oh, man, this was great. I don't know what these people are talking about. No, apparently it sucked.
So, but before we talk about that, or going further into that, let me just ask this question. How much of that was because of the rain? Let's say it's a good day and they played this game.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much everybody heard or saw or where. I think the rain had some part to play in it, but you're a speedway who's used to handling even more people than there were there to watch this game. So how you run out of food and beverages and things like that is insane to me. That should not even happen because that's never happened at a NASCAR a race that I can think of. Now, I don't know if it's because people tailgated at NASCAR races beforehand and don't buy as much, but that kind of thing was a lot to do with it. The seating, I don't know if you guys saw, there were a lot of people that did not have a great view. There were people that had tickets where they could barely even see over the stands that were behind home plate and maybe see the center fielder.
But for me, that kind of goes to the territory of doing a place like that.
Well, you would think though that they would figure those sight lines out to begin with and have a line of demarcation that they're not going beyond this section, but apparently they did.
Yeah, I'm not as like critical of them for the sight lines because I mean the speedway is what it is, and you're gonna as a business that MLB is, you're gonna try to sell every seat that you can, right? I mean you're looking to break the record for most people at a baseball game, ever, and the players seem to like what the batter's eye was from a field perspective. Now, again, I was not there, but the part that I think I would be critical about was like I heard things about like the ticketing lines were really, really disorganized and people were having a hard time getting in. Like Lynn said, they ran out of merch. They ran out of, they ran out of food. Like it's those kind of things where you've got to, if you're going to put on an event like that, you need to plan for the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
And what are people going to do when they have nothing else to do in a rain delay? They're going to eat or they're going to drink. And so I think that's one of the biggest problems is that, and then there was nothing, and I know you can't do a whole lot about this, but like, no matter where you stood, there was not a lot of coverage from the range, from the elements. Now, Sellers, you can speak more to that than I can, but just from what I heard from people who I know went, and from other people, they said that you couldn't get away from the rain no matter where you stood or where you tried to take cover.
Yeah, and again, back to what you said to begin with, was it the rain that played a part of it? The rain probably played a large part in them running out of some of these things because people were going to do other things for hours, whereas they would have been watching the game, and maybe they wouldn't have run out of things. So I guess back to the original question, the rain probably was the biggest part of the whole problem.
Certainly it exacerbated the problem.
Yeah. I know there were a lot of people too that, but it got carried over to Sunday. They couldn't stay. They didn't plan to be there on Sunday, and they had to get back home. And a lot of people made a long trip to go to that game because it was special. So that to me would suck for some people too. But
so I understand being close if you're close to the region, wanting to go and all that. Did this really appeal to you? Because this did not really appeal to me. Like even before, when they first said they were doing this, I said, why?
Yeah. It was not something. Now, and even if it had been a team that I follow, I still wouldn't have been like, oh, I got to go to that. I don't know why. I thought from the beginning that the seats that were going to have a good view were going to be too darn expensive to even worry about. And there was no way I wanted to go to a baseball game and sit in the top of a racetrack where I could barely see anything just to say I was there. So,
Well, I mean, I applaud MLB for trying something different because a lot of people are like, you should have just done the Field of Dreams game. And I think that's a little short sighted to only say you could only do the Field of Dreams game, even because while I know that that largely got a lot of positive reviews, I like that they're trying different things like going to Rickwood and going to the Speedway. I applaud them for taking a chance on things. It's easy to criticize it when you do it. I think logistics failed in this case, but I do think that the rain had something to do with it. And Virgil, to your point, I don't think it's going to be something for everyone, but to get that Southern fan base at a Speedway, I thought it was a creative idea. Is it a money grab? Yeah, sure it is. But and I quite frankly, I didn't like a lot of the merch that was out for that game. Like the Speedway hats didn't do a whole lot for me. I mean, they were what they were, but and shoot, you couldn't even get the on-field hats anyway. All they were offering were like snapbacks and A-frames.
yeah.
So even if you wanted one, you couldn't really get what the players were wearing because it was different. But I applaud them for trying something different, but weather did not play in their favor, and I don't think they were prepared for the elements. Just my thought. Eric, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is about the rain. Otherwise, I didn't watch it Sunday. I don't know. Who is that? Virgil, did you say you're not really sure why they would have it somewhere like there?
To me, it was more, I didn't see, I guess I would never thought about doing it at a racetrack.
Well, the only reason they did it, and because he's not on here, the only reason they did it is because they want to try to do what the Savannah Bananas do.
Yeah.
Because the Bananas play NFL stadiums and everything along that college football venue, so they're like, oh, well, we got to one-up them, so we're going to go to a racetrack. Because I read somewhere, somebody online said something along the lines of they had it perfectly made at a small venue like the Field of Dreams or like Rickwood. So then why would you try to completely switch and go the biggest possible you can?
Yeah.
But outside of that, I didn't unfortunately do too much and know a whole lot about it other than I saw that everybody complained about the rain. But
I could see behind closed doors MLB being like, oh man, what the Savannah Bananas are doing, the crowds they're touting. We need something like that as well. I could definitely see that being a closed door, behind doors type meeting to try and do that. I mean, the thing is with a football stadium, as you know with the Bananas, I mean, either left field or right field is going to be short as hell. So unless you build a big wall, and I don't think MLB wanted that kind of issue. So I think they tried to go to where they could have at least somewhat of a balanced playing field. I was surprised whenever when I heard about it, okay, I thought, it's not my thing. But when I saw how they built the field, I was like, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you not put home plate in the middle of the one end so that one end of the stadium just curves around the field and things like that? But they put it in the middle, obviously, because they wanted to get as many seats too. Because if you put it at one end, then that limits you getting the crowd that you want to break the record or do this big record thing they were trying for. So I kind of get that, but the positioning of the field seemed weird to me in that space. And that may have been the only place they could really build it without a lot of interference with the track itself and the foundation of that racetrack.
How much money did they spend on that diamond dry or that, how many bags of that were they using? I forget what they call it. It's diamond dry or something like that.
I don't know if y'all follow Justin Nunley on social media, but he was at the game. He's a big social media guy, does a lot of funny TikToks and stuff like that. He was at the game with his family, and he was posting video of them putting all that out while it's pouring rain. And he's like, I don't think drying agent works like that when you pour it out there on the field while it's pouring down rain. He's like, they were trying to head it off or something, and he's like, I don't think they can get enough down to dry up the rain as it comes off the sky.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it was just wild to me how many bags of that they were bringing out, and I'm like, I wonder how much that stuff cost per bag. And then I was just sitting there, and I lost count of how many bags they were pouring on it. And
Yeah.
Do you think that MLB really cares about the cost of anything?
no,
They got plenty of money. Also, real quick to sidetrack here. So I saw Rhonda's comment. So Virgil, they are. You remember where we ate dinner before we went to Norton's?
Yes.
For drinks at River City. They're staying right across the street, so they're just south of where you were at.
Okay.
So we actually walked past it to get. When you walked through that little alley to get from your hotel to the restaurant, they're right in there. So he's pretty close to the arcade. So the old school arcade that has all those 80s and 90s games, Donnie, you're pretty close to that.
All right.
Now you're not within walking distance now of the ballpark, but there will be plenty of parking here. I'll show you a secret place to park.
Okay, because the thing we found with a lot of the hotels right there close to the ballpark that we could walk to is they wanted like $25 a day for parking at the hotel, and some of that parking was not even at the hotel. Some of it was in a city parking garage as well. So we were like, we didn't really want that.
But hey, more importantly, Eric, he's close to the pump house.
Yes, you're close. So Rhonda, you're going to be in Old Town, so that's our like clubbing place. So Friday and Saturday nights, you guys can go clubbing. So
Nice.
is that the ritzy part of town, Eric?
no, that's East Wichita. It's just they're in downtown or Old Town. It's called Old Town, and that's where all our clubs are. So he's going to go to the nightclubs after the games on Friday and Saturday.
Well, it's safe to say that of the three of us, I stayed in the least ritzy place at that hotel that I stayed at.
That's right. So, Virgil, I know you went on a little tour here. I don't know if you got to see behind the scoreboard. They have what's called the Little Pump House.
Yes.
So it's a tiny version of the actual pump house, which they're staying right by. But you're also, Donnie, right by the River City Brewing Company. So maybe we can go to lunch there like Saturday or something.
That'd be awesome.
I've seen places in Wichita too. Anyways, anyways, what else do you have for us, Mr. Producer?
To be fair, Patrick, they didn't have the mini pump or the little pump house out in the outfield when you were here. They put it in last year, I think.
They don't have Freddy's though.
They still do have Freddy's here.
Yeah, they do.
So I kind of want to stay on this topic for a minute about the I guess the failed venture. I don't know what to call it that or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where do you think they have not? Where would you put a baseball game that they haven't done yet?
An aircraft carrier.
I mean, that'd be a lot of. I don't think they're going to get a lot of those baseballs back. I think the baseball budget would have to be tripled for that.
They do that. Did you see a couple of years back? The Corpus Christi Hooks did that, where they were taking batting practice off in that carrier or whatever.
I do remember that.
I mean, I can't think of any place they could do it that would have like a big crowd area, but there would be some cool places that you could try to do one. Like if there was a way to do a game like under the arch in St. Louis rather than at the stadium or in Central Park or places like that. I mean, those are kind of sort of cool.
Ooh, good one.
Cricket
yeah,
field.
that would be that'd be great.
Yeah, another one that I would like to see is it would be a different experience. It would be a more intimate experience. Oh wait, yeah, first place. Anyways, what about the
Cleveland Guardians of Wichita of Toronto?
You what?
The Cleveland Guardians of Toronto.
Whatever you want to call them, first place. Yeah. By the way, your team is doing quite well, Mr. Producer. Best record in baseball.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're a massive Brewers fan. I know you're like a Billy Brewer fanatic, but anyways,
of course.
We know that.
What about golf course?
I was going to say like intimate experience, but I'd love to see it on a golf course. And then, the people that can afford it, like Donnie and his friends, they can just be out there when there's a hit and they can just go, just to very politely do that. And
baseball golf clapping would actually be kind of amazing to watch.
That would be funny.
Well, I mean, like where you drive, that's where the batter is, and then they toss it up, and then you hit it, see where it goes, and then Donnie and his friends will be out there with their in their fancy clothes and probably golf carts going. So it wouldn't be a big crowd generator, but I mean it would be a nice little intimate experience.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't think they need to go for venues just to have 80,000 people. I think they need to go to unique venues and they get whatever they can fit within the space of that venue. And again, I don't know what logistics are for some places, but I'd love to also see them go back to like playing a game in Puerto Rico, or maybe they play one in Mexico City or something like that. Just something international, maybe even play some in Canada other than Toronto, like Vancouver or the West Coast or something.
Man,
just to get Canadian fans on the other part of the country involved.
Man.
No, I'm not hating on Toronto.
Saying that and forgetting that the Vancouver Canadians exist, man.
Exactly. You act like the Nat doesn't exist. Man. He's just going after Canada. Apparently that's where Biloxi must be, because he goes after king cakes. He's going after Canada now too.
I mean, if they could get the field redone and play a game at Alcatraz, that would be awesome.
Are you bringing about the California Penal League?
Right. I don't know. The nostalgia of the Field of Dreams and the Rickwood are very cool. I can't really think of too many other fields that would have that kind of nostalgic draw to it. Although, again, I do think playing in some Caribbean places, as many Caribbean players as there are, would be pretty cool.
Yeah. And Virgil, what do you think? Answering your own question, is there anything that you'd say?
Yeah, there's one I always have in mind, and this is whenever I get into a conversation with my friends about where I would want to play a game at, or like new minor league teams, this one always comes up. Louisville Bats, Churchill Downs.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. Because
that's kind of and I said I don't know with the way that Bristol was, I don't know logistically how that could work.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think that'd be kind of that's a fun, different venue. You don't really think about seeing a baseball game there. But of course, after maybe a few more, I go further and goes like, they should have the horse races going at the same time as the game. So that's when it kind of gets out of hand.
So when you and Samantha from episode 128 are out there drinking mint juleps and, dressed up to go to the game, can we get pictures?
Oh, dear.
I mean, just a question.
Yeah, I don't think I have a hat big enough.
Okay, well,
to Seller's point here, it
you can name them the Louisville Counterclocks.
No, how dare you? No.
Good one, Holsinger.
That was great.
Sellers has a good point though, because it is with the smaller venues, it can be pretty expensive and hard for people to get to. I know, like when we went to the MILB game at Rickwood, that wasn't so hard because, again, it was minor league and people weren't clamoring like they did for the Giants and Cardinals. But yeah, with an MLB team, the tickets are going to be super pricey because all the rich and celebrity people want to be part of that. So,
well, do you feel that something like that works better in a minor league system then?
I think it could definitely be better in a minor league system, but play these cool historic plays. Like I would love them to keep doing the Field of Dreams game and Rickwood as part of minor league baseball, and not even always be the Barons playing or whatever in Rickwood. Have two other teams from another league come in.
I agree with that. Like, I mean, I get that the Barons are close, and I understand why they pick them all the time, but I'd like to see other teams get to play there too, personally. Yeah.
So like a Eastern League and a Texas League game at Rickwood?
Something like, it'd be kind of cool. I mean, and the thing is, if they did it, what if they did it like All-Star Weekend? There's the day after the All-Star game, that Wednesday, because the minor leagues don't play normally. If you could have two teams scheduled to play a game like that on that way they could come from wherever, be there for that game, and then get back to their own leagues. after that. It doesn't necessarily disrupt their regular season too bad, and just be more of like an exhibition during the All-Star game of two teams playing at a historic place like that. I mean, I don't know. There's different kinds of ways to look at it, but
Well, you say two teams. How about like, I know there's 3 leagues, so it'll be kind of weird to do, but like Eastern League All Stars versus Texas League All Stars, Southern League All Stars, something like that. I think that would be a lot of interest.
yeah.
And when I say that, I don't mean to disrespect the reasons why the Barons play there and the history behind that. I think that's important. I think you can still do that as well. But in addition to that, to get some more games there, just to get some use out of the stadium. I know the which team is it that plays their college baseball games there?
Right. I think it's Miles College.
Miles College. I knew it was one of those teams that used it for that, but just to give it, it's more. I'm saying that more to give it more publicity and more love to Rickwood. I mean, now that I've had the fortune of actually getting to go there, it's a phenomenal place. So.
Well, and I know the Barons have their own issues with why they don't want to do it, but I'm personally, I mean, just like you guys, we love to see stuff like that more so. We're not even concerned about the business aspect of it necessarily, like the teams would be or are. I mean, if I was personally in a position where I was running the Barons, I would probably have multiple games there throughout the season. I would just have maybe just do like the Sunday game at the end of a 6-game series. You play the Sunday game during the day, and then the teams can get out of there. The Barons would have one, not every Sunday, but like maybe once a month or something, or a couple of times a season.
I'm of two minds of that because I understand the need of seeing more Rickwood games, but for me, the fact that they don't do as many is what makes it special.
Well, that's true too.
I get that, but I do know, Donnie, if you're going to make that happen, I do know a way above average podcast with way above average podcast hosts that knows people at the Barons.
Well,
we don't know anybody.
Yeah, because they haven't been way above average guests or anything like that.
Breaking news: Donnie's boyfriend just got a single.
Nice.
Something else that has happened at Rickwood, I don't know if it's going to be a yearly thing. If it is, I'm going to it next year for sure. The SWAC tournament, conference tournament played.
I'd like to go to that.
And I actually did not know about that until literally the semifinals on Saturday. So with better planning, I would definitely try to go down to that.
Are you going to go to East Coast Pro?
If they ever come back and I know they sell hats, I probably would.
Yeah.
Does that stand for Eric Cornelius Prophet?
That's right. That's what that means.
I love that.
All right, moving on from Bristol. Now we're going to go over to let me make sure if I have any more baseball stuff that come up. Oh, I do have one more thing baseball-wise since this question did come up. So if I want to go buy Diamond Dry currently for single bags, it is $24.95. So just multiply that by, 5,000? I know they probably have a bulk rate. That probably gives an idea how much they used.
So $100 for every 4 bags.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, the cha-chings were just going off in my head when I saw them just pouring out bag after bag after bag.
Chump change to Donnie.
Well, we know that. I mean,
I don't know.
Shoot,
I don't know why y'all like that narrative because it's not true.
Well, no, I said he probably donated the bags for the game.
We all know you extremely well. There's no narrative. It's we speak the truth.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been to your place. That's all I'll say.
Listeners, don't pay attention to these
He's
guys.
downsizing to try to get away from a narrative.
Yeah. Well, Mike Gorell knows. I mean, he's known you. So, yeah.
Well, he's one of the reasons I'm not rich because he's not giving me any work.
Yeah, Holstinger's been there. He's already testified to it. So I mean, and Holstinger's an honorable man. So I believe him when he says it.
He's from Ohio. I don't know if we can trust him.
Oh, but they got the donate for the free publicity. Yeah, he's probably not wrong.
Speaking of Ohio, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how you're able to do this, but it's time to learn another Browns quarterback.
Are you speaking of one? Well, I'll let you say the name.
So for those who do not know, a lot of the Browns quarterbacks have some injury problems or some banged up issues. Flacco's sidelined. I believe Pickett and Gabriel also have injuries, and Shedeur Sanders is struggling. So they have brought in Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley. What's this?
Tyler Huntley.
Is this number 47 that could potentially play for the Browns? I mean, I feel like we were just at 40. We were getting dangerously close to 50. I mean, I was
thought we were
about
at,
all this.
honestly, I think this may be 46. I don't even know. I've lost track. That's why you're here for this.
Well, I mean, Bailey Zappi, I thought was 40. I mean, and you were legitimately getting up there because you've got Kenny Pickett at 41. You've got Shedeur Sanders, 42. Dylan Gabriel, 43. I guess Flacco doesn't count. Tyler Huntley, 44. But I feel like I'm even selling it short. I'd have to go back and look, but I thought Bailey Zappi may have even been over 40. But
Okay.
right?
Give me one moment. We can find the exact number. See, so right now we are technically at 40 because these guys have not started a game yet. So that's 5 new quarterbacks.
Well, Flacco was there before, so he's already counted in the 40.
Yeah.
Is he? Okay, so 44 is where we're at. This list acts like he's not in that. That's why I'm a little confused. So I need to find a better list.
Yeah, because he would have had to have been in there from the year he played there 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah, Flacco is in there. So yes, so now we're going to be at 44 with 4 possible. Now, of course, I personally will not count them until they start a game.
Yeah. So
potential 40.
What's the official count?
40 is the official count. So with with Gabriel, Pickett, Sanders, and now Huntley, potential of 44.
So let me ask you this: do you count the preseason game, or do you count regular season games?
I was getting ready to ask the same thing.
If it's the fact that we're getting into technicality of Cleveland quarterbacks is a problem here. I would count just regular season games. Not everybody probably does that, but that's just
man, you're no fun. I'm counting preseason games because Shedeur Sanders is getting set to face the Carolina Courageous Donnies.
Well, the thing is, even if they don't start, they may get into a game in the regular season, and that would count once they play in a game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, inevitably, one of them is going to re-injure their hamstring again. So, so we'll have Shedeur Sanders in a game with his shoulder, and there's going to be a bum shoulder, and then we'll have Dylan Gabriel. We may even have 4 in one game. That's what the Browns do. But what's with Tyler? Let's talk about Tyler Huntley and what's with his fascination with going between the Browns and the Ravens.
he just likes that division, I guess.
I was going to say, because is it like an Art Modell thing, or does he just love going? Does he like going to where Art Modell was and then where he went? I mean, because he's been. This is technically his second time in Cleveland. He just never.
That's right.
Because but just like last time, he was only on the practice squad, and then he was released, and then he signed with the Ravens.
Yeah.
So he's back with them again. Good question here. What do you guys think about the NFL banning smelling salts?
I didn't know they did.
I didn't know they did either.
Yeah, Kittle had a issue with that. He was not happy about that.
Yeah.
I was trying to read up on that about why they were banning smelling salts. I must have missed something on that.
Well, once they classify, which I think they should, cortisone shots as a PED, then that'll change a lot of things too.
But that's what happens when people try to cut corners to keep up with Donnie's best friend, Kadarius Toney.
The ban comes as a result of FDA warnings that were issued in 2024.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Man.
So the loser of the Northwoods League has to do smelling salts, followed by IPA Skyline Chili.
Other way around, because he's going to pass out from the chili, so we have to bring him back with the smelling salts.
Got it. Okay.
Fair enough.
Donnie, your boy got thrown out trying to steal second.
Man.
Yeah.
He's
by the
fast,
way,
though.
on Bailey,
Don't try to
Zappi
run
watched.
on Nate Baez.
All right, go ahead, Patrick.
Well, no, I was going to say on Bailey Zappi watched. How did he end up in Kansas City? Goodness. I had no idea.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with being in Kansas City. I just don't understand how Bailey Zappi got there.
Hey, he's one of the clipboard journeymen.
Probably by airplane.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think he walked.
I mean, they're going to need a quarterback this year to lead them to the playoffs. So,
Well, they didn't want somebody to come in that was going to threaten Mahomes.
Mahomes. Man, I didn't know that he ended up in Kansas City. I guess
I didn't either.
I guess they were looking for the next Carson Wentz. I don't know.
Well, I mean, all of those guys like him. They just bounce around year to year, as a clipboard carrier.
Why has Carson Wentz not ended up in Cleveland? It seems almost inevitable that he will.
I think if that happens, Ed's head would explode.
Carson Wentz, you know what you need to do. Please go sign with the Cleveland Browns.
They didn't want him because he's no Deshaun Watson.
Well, he's certainly no Jameis Winston, because you saw how they treated a national treasure.
I tell you what, Jameis Winston is leading his best life in New York too, man. He's loving life.
Famous Jameis, man. Man, I love Jameis Winston.
He is a hoot.
I know that no one knows that, but I love Jameis Winston. So
This is news to me.
Man.
But we're going to stay with football in a minute for a moment, and I wish Ed was here to talk about this, but he's not. But there's a holdout going on in Dallas, or not really a holdout. Someone has requested a trade from Dallas. That is number 1 seed in the hate tournament, Micah Parsons.
Man.
This is interesting because I was listening to DP yesterday, and he had one of the beat writers, a longtime writer for the Cowboys, on, and this guy said he cannot remember, and nobody that he's talked to can remember any Cowboy player ever requesting a trade that's a star player like this. Like, they always work it out. Most of them, and Jerry's MO is Jerry wants to deal with the player. Mike is the first player that's like, talk to my agent. He's like, I don't care what Jerry says. I want you to talk to my agent. And Jerry doesn't want to deal with the agent. He wants to one-on-one with the player and feel like he's part of the family and this, that, and that. Cowboys are never going to win a Super Bowl until Jerry passes.
And the crazy thing is, this could have been avoided.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen, that he's going to pass, and they're going to win the next one.
Oh, yeah. Within 3 years of Jerry Jones' time, they will win a Super Bowl.
Are we sure that Stephen Jones can lead them to one?
Stephen Jones will not try to do what Jerry does and bring in people to run the team for him. In my opinion, I think he will.
That's a good question. Des Bryant never requested a trade?
I don't think he ever formally did.
Didn't Jerry make some kind of comment about Des Bryant, and then Des Bryant came out on his social media and had some kind of response because he's Des Bryant and he has to respond?
Yeah, Des Bryant's he's got beef with a lot of people recently. And that's one of them.
He's still arguing about whether or not he caught that ball.
I mean, I don't understand why Jerry does this. He costs himself money, which he doesn't care about that. All he wants is publicity. But it's just one of those things, like, why don't you just give the guy what you're going to give him? Because you know you're going to give it to him.
Hold on. Something's off here. We need to stop for this. Patrick, he's
Yes,
talking
sir.
about Des Bryant.
You what?
He's talking about Des Bryant.
Who?
Do you not know where Des Bryant went to college?
Well, obviously, go Pokes.
No, thank God. I thought you had a stroke for a minute. I was kind of concerned.
I
No.
cut him off.
No, I mean, I was waiting. I was ready.
Okay.
Go Pokes.
So
I tried to get in there quick and cut him off, but
Thank you for bringing it up.
No, I have a sore spot.
You didn't do it with me.
I have such a sore spot about Des Bryant because he got suspended from Oklahoma State for the game that I actually went to against Missouri for homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to see him play. So that's why I hate Deion Sanders now more than ever. It was his fault all that happened. But That's a personal beef that it's never going to be quashed. But going back to Micah Parsons, have you guys seen the potential teams that have come up about where he could go?
Well, please tell me the Browns are one of them.
No, let me get there.
Darn.
So this is on NFL.com.
Okay.
So take for what it's worth. Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Carolina Fighting Donnies.
The Carolina Courageous Donnies.
Courageous Donnies, I'm sorry. The Chicago Bears.
I don't know if I'd wish that even on Micah Parsons.
The Washington Commanders.
It worked out so well for Khalil Mack back in the day. So
Yeah, right.
Khalil Mack wishes the day he could go back to the day that he made that decision anyway.
Yep.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That'd be interesting.
Out of all the ones that they had listed, Buccaneers are probably the most interesting. Las Vegas Raiders.
No, you guys signed Aaron Rodgers. No, don't do that to Mike Tomlin.
And Cleveland Browns.
Are you serious?
Cleveland Browns is on this list. I'm not making that up.
You're not just doing that to placate me and to give me a bunch of material, are you?
No.
I am going to lobby for that man to go to Cleveland.
Now, out of those teams, Cleveland is ranked second to last in probability, but it's out there in the open. It is something.
Listen,
I did not write it. It is there.
All I need is a shred of hope, okay? That's all I need.
I think they work it out. I think Jerry gets him so much money that he doesn't go anywhere.
I think this is posturing for the money. I mean, I take this as seriously as Myles Garrett asking for a trade. I think it all comes down to money at the end of the day, and someone's going to, like Jonathan Taylor did it with the Colts. I mean, he came out and he blasted Jim Irsay when he was still with us, and everyone was like, it's a foregone conclusion he's going to be traded. And then it's like miraculously one day it's like, oh, they found a way to get paid, and for the other one to say nice things about the other. So they'll kiss and make up at some point. But man, what a day would be. So that brings up a good question. If Micah Parsons ended up in Cleveland, does Ed become a Micah Parsons fan, or does he leave the Browns altogether? Is that the straw that broke the camel's back?
So can you guys, I know I came on later during the NFL season. Why does he hate Micah Parsons?
He doesn't like all the comments that he made, and he thinks he's forgive me, guys, I think he calls him a douche canoe or something along those lines.
Same reason he hates literally everything in life.
Well, Micah Parsons, I think, said that there were a lot of things that he said on some podcasts that Ed just took exception to him running his mouth about things.
Well, Rhonda just said this just in, and then also credit to the influencer for also bringing this up as well. Mr. Producer, since you're the one doing the news, maybe you can say it, but
right. So ESPN
brought up something.
So while the show was on the air, and of course, there's already rumblings of this happening beforehand, but now it's official. ESPN to get the NFL Network rights to the red zone from NFL for equity stake, which is a 10% equity stake. It was announced tonight. So ESPN will also acquire NFL's fantasy product and merge it to the existing platform, making ESPN Fantasy Football the official game of the NFL. The separate deal, the NFL also agreed to license to ESPN other NFL content intellectual property that will appear on the NFL Network and other assets.
So is this why ESPN keeps cutting on-air talent so they can do stuff like this?
Yeah, acquisitions like this would be pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more cuts from this.
So does this mean that NFL Red Zone is now going to be one long Stephen A. Smith soliloquy or something like that? I mean, do we just sit there and listen to Stephen A. Smith react to every game? Like he's going to be like, "Oh, that pass was blasphemous."
Oh, so it's funny you say that because down at the bottom it says ESPN viewers will have a choice between two sets of commentary, either Stephen A. Smith or Pat McAfee.
Oh, great. Well, I mean, that's where they spend all their money on-air talent, so they might as well use them.
Wow. I won't be watching very much NFL.
Big news. Zach Beeson, greetings from the United States. Didn't know y'all started an hour ago yet, Zach. So starting with this episode, actually, we're moving now to 8 o'clock Eastern time or 7 Central. We won't even get into the Mountain Time Zone because we all know that doesn't exist.
And Zach, we should also let you know that Ed was the one that was really pushing for this, and he did not show up.
And he didn't show up
for the first night.
Exactly, and he apparently had better things to do. But Zach, hearing that you're stateside is amazing, man.
Absolutely.
Are you here visiting, or are you here? Are you back for good? Either way, you're the man, and thanks for your service.
Yep.
Good to hear that it's good to hear that Zach's stateside. We've missed you, buddy.
Yeah.
We've missed you.
So I'm trying to read more of it. So it looks like they pretty much have the NFL.
That's really interesting to me because I think of the NFL as just this behemoth of a league. I don't seeing them like spin off some of their products to other networks. It kind of surprises me. I mean, I can see Disney with their earnings call making it all about ESPN to mask other issues that are going on. They're going to be like, "Hey, look at what we've done with the NFL."
Yeah.
So and I know that there's a big push with ESPN getting their own streaming platform this fall. So what a selling point to. Oh, wait a minute. Welcome home, buddy.
Welcome home, Zach.
Yeah, you deserve it. I hope you get to attend many ball games in 2025 just to end the season.
Yep.
Wait, were we going to ask him a while back when we were doing the Richmond, Indiana, Northwoods League team names, which one he would prefer? Because isn't he like close to that area?
I believe he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if he's up to speed on that, he can comment for us on that. That new team.
Yeah. Oh no. Sorry, guys. I just saw this. Mike, please don't do that to me. I don't know if you know my feelings on Chris Collinsworth. Please don't do that to me.
Well, do you guys see this as a good thing for the NFL, or is the NFL going down a slippery slope right here with their property?
I only speak for me. I don't see it as a good thing. Personally.
I don't either. I absolutely see this as a big mistake.
Well, and what do you do with the NFL's existing deals with other networks that are not Disney properties?
Right.
Like NBC, right? Yeah. I mean, do you get treated like the redheaded stepchild?
I guess they're getting the NFL network, not necessarily the NFL itself.
I know, but
still.
It's still not the optics of it don't look good to me. Just my opinion.
Just to continue reading, according to a joint statement, ESPN will own broad rights to Red Zone, including the trademark, and continue to distribute the channel to pay TV operators. The NFL will continue to own and operate and produce the Red Zone channel, and will keep the rights to distribute it digitally.
Okay.
So it's kind of a mix between the two.
But is Sunday Ticket still with YouTube TV, and all that? So
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think things like that won't be affected.
I didn't think so because I know NFL's got their, they've got a lot of different, products that are out there that they can probably sell off as certain assets that they have that they can sell off or partner with other people.
See, I've gotten to the point where I don't even. I had that a few years, and it was a waste. I got it thinking I was going to watch a lot more. Yeah, I got it on a deal, and then all of a sudden they, the next year they bump it up and this, that, and the other, and I was like, no. I tried it a couple of times. Again, I got it when Deshaun came to the league because I thought, okay, I want to watch some Texans games, and that's the only way I'll really get to see Texans games.
Yep.
I didn't watch enough Texans games to worry about it. Same with the Jaguars. I really didn't when Trevor first came in. I know what you're gonna say. Don't.
But Florida Fighting Donnies. Your beloved Jaguars.
I'm perfectly content because I live where I am. The Panthers are on. They're the local game every Sunday on the network here, so I get to watch the Panthers without all that mess. So I don't worry about whether I can watch the the Jaguars or the Texans or anybody else that's not around here. I just watch that. I don't even watch Red Zone. So,
Man. Well, I know a lot of people love Red Zone, so I'm hoping that ESPN doesn't ruin that for the people. I've never had it, but I hope that doesn't. You're not watching the best QB in the world every week. No,
I'm not, because I'm watching Bryce Young. So I'll
Yeah.
give you the technicality of that one right there.
Yeah. Well,
Roll Tide.
I have. I've never had it, and I wanted to watch Colts games, kind of like I get to watch Blue Jays games. But then this season, considering we have Daniel Jones, it's probably a good thing that I don't have access to watching every Colts game because
Just start
it's not going to
Riley
be a fun
Leonard. You'll be
season.
fine.
You what?
Just start Riley Leonard. You'll be fine.
Shoot, he may with the ones that we have. Oh,
Hey, Donnie, your boy just made a leaping catch at short. Can you have him give me one of his Naturals jerseys?
I don't know if I can just make that happen, but
You know a guy.
I'll see what I can do.
yeah, I was gonna
The
say.
actual player.
I might could get you a gamer hat, possibly. I don't know. We'll see.
There we go. I'd take an NWA hat.
All right, so I have Zach's thoughts on this.
Yeah,
so I'm
same here.
gonna read these out. So Flying Mummies, kind of a weird mashup. Is the team representing Richmond or Wayne County? Wright Brothers tie is in Hagerstown. Feels more like Halloween Nights than a permanent. Groove, it's okay. Connected to jazz history, makes sense. Like I said, I think it's too close to the jazz. But I kind of see where they're going with.
Yeah.
Plastic Dot, specifically a Richmond name. I understand this one. That was the one I didn't get. So I'd like to kind of more talk on that one eventually with him. Wampus Cats, what we thought about what we already said. There's already a team called Wampus Cats.
Yep.
Stardust, not a fan of the name, but based on descriptions, it reminds him of the Hollywood Stars Pacific Coast League.
Yeah, it also reminds me of Cody Rhodes, but that's
not everything can be wrestling.
Sorry.
Just most things.
So out of the 5, I would say based on his comments, Groove and Plastic Dinos are kind of his top 2 of the 5 in order of how they are, what he likes. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm like him. All of them kind of have a weird take. You just have to know the actual history to buy in.
Yeah, and I'm glad that he likes the Plastic Dinos, or of the choices.
Yeah. He just said here Richmond is a major plastic producer. So
yeah.
Did anybody ask Zach, what's your first game of choice you're going to get to see now that you're back?
Good question.
Any specific team that you want to see? I know there's still some season left here before they get into fall league and winter league and stuff, but I didn't know if you had like a specific team you wanted to see now that you're back.
Cool. We'll see what he says on that.
While he's thinking about that, let's go ahead and talk about our This Week in Crystal Palace.
Oh, fantastic.
So, Donnie, I'm going to need you to start learning Norwegian or Danish.
Okay.
Because while they did not get into the Europa League, they are in the Conference League, the European Conference, the Conference League. And I don't know why I cannot speak. And they've had the draw for that.
Mm-hmm.
So they either play Fredrikstad from Norway, or I'm gonna butcher this one. Gotta look this one up. Midtjylland from the Danish league.
Wow, that was a great pronunciation. Wow.
Well, I can't do Spanish, but Danish apparently I can do.
Wow. I mean, that was amazing. But am I right in saying, Mr. Producer, that they still have appealed to try to get back into the Europa League, and there's not an official decision on that appeal yet?
Yes.
So while they've drawn for that, people like Donnie are waiting with bated breath for like Friday or the early next week when they get a decision on their appeal.
That is true. I mean, like I said, he's got the pitchforks ready. He's ready to riot and go wherever he needs to go to make sure they get to the Europa League.
I don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, it does. But I don't think it's going to happen. But I am following them intently. So
Was that before or after we talked about this?
That was
What,
literally just now.
today?
That was literally just now, wasn't it?
No. I've been following them since y'all started giving me crap
Crap.
You're
Whoa,
giving me crap.
whoa, time
for
out.
not knowing anything. You know, it's like, okay, I better follow them because
I'm just
Listen,
doing you. I'm sorry, but this week in Crystal Palace is just doing you a service. It's just trying to keep you up to date.
and listen,
well, I can tell you, I'm not happy
I can't
about
take this political
Malcolm,
mudslinging, okay?
Malcolm and BOA being transferred. So
Wait, are you talking about the footballer Malcolm?
yeah, being transferred to Blackpool. I didn't like that move.
Do you even know who he is?
Yeah.
Sure you do. But by the way, that's not the Brazilian footballer Malcolm. He plays in Saudi Arabia, just so you know.
Oh, that's what was throwing me. I got you.
Mm-hmm. No, Zach. Apparently, Zach is gonna. It's supposed to be the Vancouver Canadians, but the Army might get in the way of that. So it's most likely going to be the Gateway Grizzlies. Very nice. Well, I hope that you can still get to Vancouver, Zach, for whatever reason that might be. But yeah, and then Mike, you're right. He's supposed to be unveiled tomorrow, I think. It's an MLS record deal for Son. So breaking Atlanta United's record for what they played for Emmanuel Latte Loth. Oh, look, it's my burner account. Yeah, Joe, sorry. From now on, we're starting at 8:00 Eastern. And I don't know if you heard us talking about this, but as Eric rightly said, Ed's the one that made that decision, but apparently he can't even make the first show where we do things at 8:00 Eastern time.
Basically, the only thing we've said in the last hour is thanks for letting the Royals take the series against the Blue Jays, Joe. Appreciate that. I know Zach was watching overseas, but for those that didn't know, the Hutchinson Kansas Monarchs won their second NBC World Series on Saturday night, 21-4.
Ooh.
21.
Who did they play in the final?
The Lone Star Kraken out of Texas. First time championship game for the Kraken. You could tell they ran out of pitching, but Hutch has been to 3 straight championship games. They were runner-up last year. They won 2 years ago, and so they won this year. So they've won 2 of the last 3, including a runner-up. So Hutch is a town of about 40,000, so a pretty small town, but they have some really good baseball. And they were the second closest team outside of the Derby Twins as far as local goes. And there was like 3,500 here at Riverfront Saturday night. It was a really good crowd. So fun NBC tournament this year. And then if you can pencil in, it could change, but more than likely going to be July 25th and 26th, 2026 for baseball around the clock here in Wichita.
And since I was hoping he would say it, but since he didn't, Eric Prophet, since I'm a fanboy, he spent a lot of time in Hutchinson because that's where Grandma Prophet is.
Yep.
No, Grandma Prophet's dead.
Oops.
It's my mom's mom, not my dad's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You shouldn't have put the last name on it. Or if you
Yeah,
said
right,
grandma,
You're right there.
Well,
you went too far.
I owe Eric an apology. I did not mean to be insensitive. I do apologize.
It's all good. Yeah, it's my mom's mom that lives
but I
in
do know
Hutch.
that you. Yeah, well, I was going to say I know you spent a lot of time in Hutch growing up. Hey, buddy.
Easton.
Hey, Easton. Hey,
Show me
buddy.
your jersey. Here, come here.
Oh man, look at
wow.
that.
Is that Wendy?
Is that Wendy?
Yeah, it's Wendy. That's his mascot.
Awesome.
That's
that a good
amazing,
picture?
buddy.
I have 2 Wendy's.
You know what?
Is that a giveaway?
Yeah. Unfortunately, just for the kids, not for the adults.
I didn't want to hear it.
No, I'm saying I did.
Oh.
One.
But yeah, they gave it away on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, the part that I was going to say is that I know that Eric spent a lot of time in Hutchinson. So, sorry, in Hutch. So,
That's right. I mean, either way, Hutchinson. But we'll probably try to get there to see some games. Because, like, anytime I go watch them play, it's always here. But Joe and I are probably going to go over to Hutch next summer and see them at their ballpark because They had a few Hutch Monarchs hats in the team store, but they're all kind of smaller sizes. So I want to get a hat from them. It's just a basic blue hat. Sorry, I was going to try to catch Colton's foul ball. It's a basic blue hat with an M with a home plate, but I want to get that. And then for those wondering about the Alaska Gold Painters, they're putting their team store back online in September. Unfortunately, they did not bring any gear with them, so they had it at the stadium only this year, but they said they'll put it back online starting in September if anybody wants to get any gold painter stuff. So I'll probably get a hat once it's back online.
Very nice. Well, again, apologies to the influencer. This is why I'm not allowed to talk. Yeah.
Colton just drew a walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have turned around and took off, chased that foul ball down, took it from a kid.
Yeah, you really didn't make an effort.
It went into the suite, and I'm not in the suite yet.
Give
me a couple.
Yeah.
When Donnie goes to the game, he'll be able to get it from the suite. Got it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm not in a suite yet. Uh-huh. Oh, cool. Lynn said that her dad's from Hutchinson.
Yeah, tell Ed no.
You what?
Ed just texted us telling no.
Oh, did he?
Oh, I didn't even see anything.
Tell him the link changed.
Tell him it. Here, let me reply.
He said tell him like you can't reply. Yeah, so they have the Kansas Cosmosphere. It's a cool space center. Has like some of the shuttles and some of the like Apollo 11, Apollo 13 missions and that type of stuff. Yeah, if you ever get to Hutchinson, Kansas, it's a small little town, but they have a really cool Kansas Cosmosphere, and they also host a national JUCO basketball tournament. So a lot of cool stuff going on in Hutchinson. If you ever make it, it's about an hour from Wichita.
To circle back real quick when you were talking about Crystal Palace, sorry. So Ron and I got talking with some friends, and preliminarily we were looking at the possibility or the idea. I don't think we can pull it off, but Wrexham has home matches on the weekend of Rhonda's birthday in February, so we're going to try to see about possibly a trip there if we could pull it off.
Oh, look, guys, it's a stranger. Let's see. He sets the time for a new show, and he doesn't even show up until after.
Here we go with the hate. Here we go with the hate. Why we hating?
Coming strong from the person that's known as Dad Hate.
Yeah, don't go back and watch the first hour then.
Yeah, because we've already had a good, healthy a good, robust discussion about the Cleveland Browns.
Well, the Browns. You know what? You don't want me to talk about the Browns right now. That's what you don't want me to do that.
Well, listen,
I don't know if you. I don't know if you.
Tyler Huntley, man, pour one out for Tyler Huntley.
And I don't know if you've seen this or not, but Vegas has released odds on where Micah Parsons will be going next. And
yes, I know. We got the second best odds of getting Micah Parsons.
By the way, I'm unveiling an all-out campaign to get Micah Parsons to Cleveland, and let me tell you, I've got really good people on the campaign. I got the mayor's people on this, so we're going to make this happen.
No, the hell you are.
It's a grassroots movement that you can't stop.
That's right.
Yeah, we can.
Patrick, if you make that happen, then Broken Bat will be more over your head than a baseball club.
That's true. In fact, they're going to have an alternate logo, and it's going to be my bloody head after a broken bat just hit it. So
it'll be your head hanging out over a broken bat.
Hey, that's fine. You know, if it means Micah Parsons in Cleveland for like 8 years, it's worth it.
Listen, let's take away the fact that Micah Parsons is a total douche canoe. Just imagine having
Micah. That's what he called him.
He said the thing.
I said.
Listen, Linda, listen. If you put Micah Parsons right next to or in the same line as Myles Garrett, sweet Jesus.
You might learn to love him, right?
Oh, I still hate him, but you can appreciate a good player and still be a douche canoe.
Zach, did the Kansas City Chiefs move to SoFi Stadium?
Oh. says the Green Bay Packer fan.
Right?
No, I'm saying that I'm
Yeah.
talking about the Chiefs. I'm not. Nothing has to do with Green Bay. He's talking about the AFC team to beat. And you know it's the Chiefs.
Yeah. I know what you meant. Just messing with you.
Also, I want to take it back to Rhonda's breaking news. Do we call her Rhonda Schefter now?
Yeah.
May as well.
Oh, well, it's better than that fake account Donnie always tries to post news from.
Adam.
Oh, Adam Shuffleboard.
Adam Schlefter, or whatever it is.
Adam Shuffleboard.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
By the way, the Air and Space Museum in Hutchinson is called the Cosmosphere, and I absolutely love that name.
The what?
The Cosmosphere.
What's the breaking news?
Oh, ESPN acquiring NFL, an equity stake in NFL Network, and was it Red Zone?
Red Zone and all of NFL fantasy programming is going to be pulled under the ESPN fantasy leagues now.
Oh, ESPN spending that money like they don't have it, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They don't have it. Yeah. So, Zach Beeson, by the way, and the other big news is that Zach Beeson is back stateside for good. He's home.
Now we talking. You
Yeah.
you should have just started with that. Good
I
news.
know. Well, we've already been showing him some love because we love Zach and we're so glad he's back. But he did have a question for you, Ed. He said, "Who's a bigger douche canoe of good players, Micah Parsons or Rafael Devers?" By the way,
Zach bringing the hard hitting questions, man.
That's a damn.
Are we going to have like the Dad Hat Douche Canoe Olympics or something like that?
Well, here's the thing. Think about it, right? Micah Parsons is only one player out of how many on the field, right? So you need both offense and defense. Rafael Devers can only really hit right now. He can't even play first base. So, I hate to say this, and it's really hurting my heart right now, but I'm going to have to go with Micah Parsons.
That's hurting. That's hurting your feelings.
That's hurting. That was I feel like that was an easier decision to make in my head.
Yeah,
It hurts me to just acknowledge it.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, you're saying it's a bigger douche canoe, so you're really not doing anything different.
But I'm also admitting that he's actually a really good player.
Well, I mean, he is requesting a trade to your Browns. Did you hear about the latest feature that they're going to have on NFL Red Zone, though, Ed?
No.
They're going to have live cans of all 6 Cleveland Browns quarterbacks because they'll all eventually be in a game. So you're getting like live action of all 6 Browns quarterbacks. One is going to be in the medical room for treating a hamstring. The other one's going to be like in the medical room, like treating a shoulder. I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be great television. It's a great.
Go ahead and say the joke because I'm waiting for the joke because the other one is going to be in the massage parlor with Deshaun Watson.
Well, I mean, my team has Daniel Jones, so we can't even get a feature. So at least your 6 quarterbacks get a feature. So, we have Daniel Jones. We already know he sucks. So
let's be honest. They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Let's just be honest about that, okay?
which team, the Colts or the Browns or both?
Both.
Yeah, that's true. And then I can't wait for by the way, the Carolina Panthers have a new name. They're the Carolina Courageous Donnies against the Florida Fighting Donnies. So I can't wait to see this season which team he actually ends up rooting for, because it's going to be great TV. It's going to be great content to see which team he sticks with.
I'm telling you right now, I got this feeling that he's going to be rooting for the Carolina Panthers this year.
Yeah, I'm all in on the Panthers. Panthers are doing what they need to be doing now. So they're on the right path.
The Carolina Courageous Donnies. Uh-oh. Breaking news. I didn't hear about this.
No, that's if you go to Joe's comment, that was something I was going to bring up next, because I was going to wait till see if Ed was going to show up for this or not. So, yeah, there is some shifting going on for minor league baseball for next year. Aberdeen Ironbirds will be in the draft league, and Frederick Keys are now affiliated once again with the Orioles.
They got the keys to the kingdom, huh?
Keys to the kingdom. And yes, as Zach says, this may be the end of the Spire City Ghost Hounds as an Atlantic League team. However, possible alt identity, we'll see.
Well, they certainly own the rights to it.
They own the rights to it, so it's possible.
Chain Sports can do what they want.
So I know I don't believe anybody in this panel has been to Aberdeen or Frederick,
No.
but
Eric hasn't been somewhere, man.
But any thoughts on this one? 'Cause I know we've talked about Aberdeen's issues in the past, especially after Ripken pulled out of the group.
I can't say I'm surprised that this has happened because I mean there was a lot of warning signs that it was coming, because the fact that after Cal Ripken got out after frustration with the city of Aberdeen, not getting the upgrades that they needed and things like that. I mean, there were all the warning signs there that something like this could happen. I hate it for the people of Aberdeen, but at the same time, it's that same type of thing where I'm happy for the fans in Frederick that get to have affiliated baseball back. Not that they ever lost their team, but the fact that if they, that they're getting affiliated baseball again, that's exciting for Frederick, Maryland. And, but you hate it for the people in Aberdeen. But at least in all of this, there's going to be a team in both places. So,
well, it's one of those formulas that we're going to start seeing. We've seen it play out already before this with Kinston. If your city's not willing to spend the money to do the upgrades, then you might as well plan on being a non-affiliated college summer league or independent league team, because they're going to switch that franchise to somebody that will spend the money. That's the 10-year contracts were, made to be broken. So.
Well, I mean, be fair,
the 10-year contracts were, contingent on the city also putting money to help out, bring up the facilities, right? So,
exactly. And that was the thing. That's why I put in quotations, because it's like, if you're not going to spend the money, you're not going to have 10 years of affiliated baseball there.
Well,
exactly.
I can't get mad at minor league baseball. They can't say they didn't know this was coming. I mean, this was made abundantly clear to the 120 teams, whether you agree with it or not, right? That's not what I'm saying. But when you signed these 10-year agreements, you knew that, what are we in now? Almost year 6 almost of those agreements, that you knew that was going to be one of the expectations, that you were going to, bring your facilities up to a specific standard. Yeah. And that's whether you agree with it or not. So.
Yeah, Lynn. Again, Lynn's also bringing up the Mudcats as well. So,
don't get me started on the Mudcats.
Yeah, but that's just another. So you had Kinston, you've had Carolina Mudcats, now you've had the Ironbirds. What other teams are kind of on that bubble of, are they going to spend the money, or are they going to lose their team in the next year?
I'll look at the Storm. You look at the Nuts.
Well, yeah, Modesto. That's right.
Yep.
It's another one.
Oh.
Again, listen. We may not like it, but at the end of the day, is economics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, for nostalgic reason for me, it's nice to see Frederick Keys back affiliated, because they were one of the first teams outside of Huntsville that I actually knew of because of just their name.
You're saying they were one of the key teams in minor league baseball?
If I have the controls, I would just mute you right now. So,
well, I think technically I'm the only one with the controls right now. So
you are. I don't like that. But that's not the only thing happening going on now. When DBH acquires teams, one of the things that they kind of pushed is changing their name from their parent club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for that.
And another one is about to happen soon with Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
So
Syracuse doesn't like keeping a name for too long, do they?
No, they had the Chiefs, and then it's like, now we don't like this, so we go to the Mets, and now we're going to change again.
Yeah, and they were the Sky Chiefs even in between that. So even though that there wasn't an identity change with that necessarily, they were the Chiefs, the Sky Chiefs, and then the Chiefs again. So yeah,
I just think this is one of those things where DBH is trying to get ahead of the off season and get a name in, and have new merch to roll out to start next year.
I mean, that's smart. I'd do that.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. To be honest with you,
it is. Well, they bought the team in December of last year.
Correct.
So then they knew they didn't have enough time before the season started to get a new brand rolling out. So you roll through the season with the current one, right, and kind of assess what you have, and then it's kind of what they're doing with Salem too, right? So
Yeah.
Yes.
they were kind of bought at a similar time frame, so it makes sense. With
How many teams are we have that? How many affiliated teams do we have that they have the name of the parent clubs after the Mets are losing their affiliated name? So who's left?
I
You got
knew
the
you were
Iowa
about to ask.
Cubs, the Iowa Cubs, the South Bend Cubs,
I think it leaves 12.
Palm
12 or
Beach
14.
Cardinals, the Springfield Cardinals. Well, there's more, I'm sure, but I'm not thinking of
St. Lucie Mets.
St. Lucie Mets. Yeah. Yeah, there's more than that. I know there's more than that. I'm just not thinking of who they are at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Dunedin.
So we still got a good handful of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
I think there's about 12, if I remember correctly, where we were at before these last few were bought.
As far as the ones named after their major league clubs.
Yeah.
Was that many?
Pretty much.
I didn't think they were that
Pretty
many.
much the entire St. Louis organization.
Yeah, Palm Beach Cardinals.
Yeah, Memphis gets away with
Springfield.
Memphis gets away being the Redbirds.
Yeah. Blue Sox are really the Worcester Red Sox. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach brings up a good point. The Syracuse Mets are going to roll out new merchandise and name right in time for the Major League Baseball lockout.
Ouchie.
Gotta make your money
But technically, that would be at the end of the 26th season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the CBA expires 26.
Okay. But it's after the season, or
After the season, so it'll be for the 27 season.
Yeah. Zach, I guess it depends on how quickly they come up with a name and get the merch out.
Oh, they'll get the name before the 26 season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope they're not using AI like the Wilson Warbirds did. Again, and let me qualify that. I have no proof that they did it. It just looks like AI to me.
I mean, just look at it.
I don't speak for our show or any of the other members.
I'll say it. That's AI.
Yeah, it looks like it to me. I'll tell you that. Yeesh. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Are they going to? Do you think this is actually going to be a name the team contest where they actually take the fan input, or
no?
Or do they already know what they're going to name it?
It's an illusion.
I think what they'll do is they'll have the fan voting just to have team names picked.
Yeah.
They already have the winner in mind, but then they can do what if nights for the other ones.
So the same formula that a lot of teams do. Yeah. Did you see that new merch was released today from the Binghamton Rumble Ponies for the Southern Tier Spicy Meatballs? They actually released the on-field merchandise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've known about the name for a long time because, I mean, we covered that on this show back when they first announced it. But I've noticed some teams have been slow to release some of their, like merchandise for the team night names. I think they were doing it to be closer to the actual night that the game takes place, which Binghamton does. They kind of roll it out around the time that the game is going to happen.
Yeah.
But also the Knoxville Smokies just released their, what was it, the Knoxville Giants hat?
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. It reminded me of Eric because I know he does the 9 initiative, and I think this is the Knoxville Smokies foray into that.
Yeah, Knoxville Giants.
Yeah. So they just released a hat with that. Oh, well, for someone that was actually in Binghamton, they had spicy meatball merch in the store last week. Bing has a sad ballpark.
Yeah, if you saw her comment earlier, she texted me too and said the visiting team were lifting weights on the concourse. It was really sad to see them up there on the concourse lifting weights.
Why didn't they do it on the carousel?
Hey, did you guys talk about the baseball game at the racetrack?
Yep,
we did.
We sure did.
We opened with that.
Yep.
I I had
What are your
a
thoughts?
You see, we talked about that at 8:00 Eastern time when you set this new show to come on. But
all right. So,
you didn't
anyways,
bother-
listen. So here's what happened.
you didn't bother
I
to show up. So.
got a couple of the guys that actually I was playing with tonight. They actually went down there, and they were telling me that it was so unorganized. They ran out of beer. They ran out of food. They they didn't know what was going on. So hot dogs without buns, nachos without cheese, no beer.
So chips.
Like
Wow.
obviously rain delay, so it was a mud pit. So yeah,
So Ed's just repeating all of our points we already made.
Yeah, it was like, we're doing our clip show now for like the first hour.
This is the red zone.
Oh man.
No, that's pretty good because Ed Sellers was there as well. He did say, just to that point, let me get back to his. He said he thought the rain delay did contribute to the concession shortage because everyone was standing around and all that. But he said for him personally, the only bad part was the rain. He didn't experience any of the other bad parts that other people had complained about. So I guess it was just, different people had different takes on it. But overall, the rain just kind of messed the whole thing up, in addition to them being a little bit unorganized, which I don't get. Like I said earlier, you host 2 races a year with more people there than there were there for the baseball game. How do you mess it up?
yeah. I think they're trying to gauge whether or not they should bring a team to Tennessee.
Well, this isn't the way to do that, in my opinion. But the other thing that we mentioned that you can get ready to go off on, do you think because of what the Savannah Bananas have been doing with football stadiums that MLB wanted to try to do their own thing and try to get 80, 90,000 people at an MLB game because Savannah's been kind of outshining them?
Again, Savannah Bananas is a different product. It's a circus compared to actual baseball games. So it doesn't really, if you were going to try to do different things with the baseball game, then I can see that, right? Like the glow in the dark game and all that stuff, then you can, go ahead and do that. But this product as a baseball doesn't really fit that NASCAR feel. In my opinion, I don't think it worked.
Right.
Although 90,000 people were there, so from what they're saying.
Well, that was my point. It's like they just see how many people the Bananas are drawing to these big stadiums for what they do, and they're like, well, let's see if we can do that too with just a regular baseball game. And to your point, a regular baseball game doesn't bring the atmosphere that those other things do to bring that many people to a big stadium like that, like a football stadium or a racetrack.
You're better off just doing what you did, right? With playing in Alabama or playing at the at Field of Dreams. That's more suitable for an actual baseball game.
Right. That's what we said as well. We were trying to actually come up with earlier any other places we could think of outside of Rickwood or Field of Dreams that you would like to see them do a game at that's not a NASCAR racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Producer, was that around 8:30 that we did that?
Yes, that was 8:30.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Just playing the hits.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to answer Zach's earlier question real quick about the Wilson Warbirds. We have not necessarily heard anything, but I think we're under the impression the Wilson Tobbs are not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't. After everything I've mentioned, I think Wilson is still trying to make a comeback to stay there.
Yeah.
From everything I've read.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of timeouts. Hang on.
Virgil's on the same wavelength that I am, I think.
So while he was talking about that, while he asked that question, I was looking up to see if I could find anything. This is from the Wilson Times 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
And
in fact, Greg Swear said something about it.
Yeah, the headline is, and this is a quote here, "They don't want us in town. Tobbs' future in Wilson uncertain. After nearly 30 years in Wilson, the Tobbs baseball team faces an uncertain future as denied funding and stalled lease talks pushed the team to consider relocating from its longtime home."
Yeah.
I'm not going to read the whole article, but yes, they were denied a grant funding from Wilson County Tourism Development Authority on Wednesday. And that's the first domino to fall for the team to move. It's extremely disappointing that tourism wouldn't believe enough in what we were going to do, getting people to Fleming Stadium. Thousands of dollars we generated in partnerships with the city. All of a sudden, we've been cast aside, and I'm not sure why. We've been partners for 29 years. This is how they are going. This is how they are treating Wilson's oldest sports brand still alive. So right now, it is not looking good.
Wow, so I hadn't seen that. But so Wilson's put all their chips on the table for the Warbirds and that new stadium, and damned everything else.
Yeah, and Zach, just check out the Wilson Tobbs Instagram page. They also released a little statement on there as well, to kind of hinting at what Virgil was just talking about. Greg Swear, who used to run, he's kind of run the Thomasville High Point High Toms and some other teams in the Coastal Plain League, and he took over the Tobbs probably 4 or 5 years ago. And it's been sort of a tenuous relationship ever since then, and ever since the whole Wilson Warbirds thing. Oh yeah, sorry, I don't know if they may put it on their Facebook page too. I don't know. Zach, if I can find a way to screenshot it for you, I'll do that. And then
I hear there's a stadium that's vacant currently that will be vacant, in Zebulon.
That would be funny
it's one of Ed's favorite stadiums. So,
well, it would be funny for the Tobbs to leave Wilson and go to Zebulon after Zebulon left and came to Wilson. So
right, and honestly, that stadium would be more fitting of a collegiate baseball team.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? Just because then you don't play the whole season, you can play at night, and then at that point, then you're like, yeah, that's good. Let's go.
They wouldn't even have to do any renovations or any upgrades to it because it's already above what standards they would need for that level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So welcome to CPL, the Zebulon Mud Tops. Circling back on 2 more things for minor league before we move on. The question was asked how many teams are still by their parent teams. I have 9 currently.
Okay.
So I'm not counting the Woo Sox in this case because I feel they are the Worcester Red Sox, but Woo Sox is kind of what they mainly use. So we are down to a few left, and I did not count. Of course, Salem is changing, so they're not part of this too. So that leaves Fredericksburg's Nationals, San Jose Giants, Springfield Cardinals, Palm Beach Cardinals, St. Lucie Mets, Iowa Cubs, South Bend Cubs, and Dunedin Blue Jays.
That's not bad though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Out of 120 teams, they're slowly but surely, whittling them down.
Well, I feel like after the Braves dropped naming all their teams after their parent club, like it was all fair game from there because that was kind of like the established one. I was surprised happened that they decided to do that. But the South Bend and Iowa Cubs, I don't see budging anytime soon.
I don't see San Jose changing either.
Yeah.
They should, but I agree.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's certain teams where I'm not as offended that they don't change. I mean, it's like now I wish the Iowa Cubs would change their logos, but that's just like, I like the Dan Simon Bear, and that's about it. I don't like the eye and everything else. Maybe that's just because I like the character-based logos. So I'm sure many will disagree, but that eye doesn't do a whole lot for me.
And then the other thing I want to mention real quick. Sorry, Patrick. I'm just trying to get this one out of the way.
No, it's good.
Ontario, the new team that's joining in California, will have a team name reveal on September 18th. So we should be having that probably when the season ends.
And Alan Benavides is their GM, the one that he used to be the GM for the Eugene Emeralds. So, yeah. Joe, let's do that. I need to get you down here and buy you a few beers, and then we'll go to Dunedin ourselves and go and talk to them. How about that? We'll invite Rogers down from Toronto and invite them to Dunedin to discuss all that.
You need something more Florida centric than Blue Jays down there.
No, Dunedin Scotsman, something Scottish because that's a Scottish city. So I mean, you got to go something like that for Dunedin.
The Highlanders.
The Dunedin bagpipes.
The Dunedin Highlanders.
The bagpipe. There's no Highland in Florida. It's all flat.
That's kind of the point.
The kilts. That's a good one. The kilts.
Man, that comment killed me. Man.
The bagpipes would be a good one, though.
Man.
Well, speaking of things that, you know what, I actually have a segue for this one. College football has released their top 20. Speaking of things that have killed me, college football has released their coaches'
The
poll
rankings.
for top 25. I'll just go through the list right here. Number 1, Texas. 2, Ohio State. 3, Penn State.
OH.
4, Georgia. 5, Notre Dame. 6, Clemson. 7, Oregon. 8, Alabama. 9, LSU. 10, Miami. 11, Arizona State. 12, Illinois. 13, South Carolina. 14, Michigan. 15, Ole Miss. 16, SMU. 17, Florida. 18, Tennessee. 19, Indiana. 20, Kansas State, Eric's favorite team. 21, Texas A&M, everyone else's favorite team. 22, Iowa State. 23, BYU. 24, Texas Tech. And 25, Boise State. So after going through that,
They forgot one.
what?
Go Pokes.
No.
No.
After
No.
a 3-9 season, no.
They forgot one.
They're not even top 25. They're not even the top 25 in the Big 12.
They're in the bottom 25. How about that?
They're not even in other receiving votes, and that's pretty bad if you're not even in that.
No. When we get to the college football preview and go over conferences and teams, yeah, we'll go over that for sure because I've got some opinions on that. Actually, I don't think there's any other receiving votes. I did not see that.
You know, this will be the first time at number 1, number 2 they match up at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it's almost like
I
they
was
planned
about to
it
say
that way.
that.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
So
You want to know what else is crazy, Ed?
And they've got 6 versus 9 opening weekend.
nice.
Yeah. Here's my question. How the heck did Clemson end up at 6?
That's your question? My question is how they get 2 first place votes.
Well, I can answer that one for you. It's called Dabo.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, I was going to say, we all know Dabo.
He's one of the 2. I wonder who
Yeah.
the other one is.
You what?
I said, I wonder who the other one is.
Because Dabo's high as a kite if he thinks his team deserves a number 1 spot.
All right, y'all just wait.
And this is preseason, so let's be honest. This doesn't matter.
Well, Clemson hasn't played SMU yet, so that's actually a bad example because they've already beaten SMU last season. So,
Come on, bring it on. Come on.
Oh, we will.
Listen, you have to face a fake Cajun in a few weeks, okay?
Can't even spell go right.
He what?
You can't even spell go correctly.
Well, we have the real Death Valley, so
I'm glad you guys can
You know.
enjoy. I'm glad you guys can enjoy all your teams being in the top 10 in the preseason, and I'm just hanging out here.
What are you talking about? My team is not even top 100.
You're Ohio State. You've claimed Ohio State since I started keeping track
Oh,
of
fine.
that.
Yeah. By the way, Ed,
Don't let him have Ohio State.
Yeah, from a Toronto Blue Jays perspective, Ed, thank you for Eric Lauer. He went to Kent State.
Can't read, can't write, can't stay.
That's right.
No, he only pulls his Kent State fandom when he wants to play a victim, like, oh, poor me, poor Kent State. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that bullshit right there.
Yeah, Zach. Ed. Zach wants to know: are you going to put a bet on Kent State versus Oklahoma, alma mater versus alma mater?
No, hell no. Hell no.
You don't want to do a point spread bet to see if Kent State can beat the spread?
Oh, let's see. What's the spread? I want to hear it.
Let me say, I may not even be out yet. Let's find out. Hold on.
There might be at least an early spread for that.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
So that ain't good.
As of right now.
I like that intro.
Oh, no. Before he says it, let's guess.
Okay. What do you guys think this is according to FanDuel Sportsbook. What do you guys think the point spread is for Kent State, Oklahoma? Who wants to go?
I'll go 42 since I was the one that's. I think it's 42.
You think it's 42? Okay, Patrick.
I'll go 35.
Okay, Eric.
45.
Okay, Ed.
Oh, he's ordering.
He's
something to eat.
ordering. Order us something. Can I get a pineapple slushy?
Yeah. No.
Can I get a number 2 with cheese?
I'd like an extra large skyline chili. Yeah. An extra large skyline chili.
Man, they don't skyline chili around here, bro. Calm down.
Man, you're gonna make skyline chili around there, bruh.
We don't need that bullshit.
Patrick, congratulations. It is 34.5.
Shut up.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That is impressive.
Yes, sir.
God.
You pulled it up, didn't you?
No, I
Kent
did not.
State
I swear I did
sucks.
not. Listen, I'm not Dabo. I don't have access to stuff like that.
No, if he said something like 37 or 36, then I would have said he pulled that up. But 35, that sounds believable enough not to go with
Well,
that.
it just sounds like a score that Oklahoma would beat somebody by. I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Brand new coach again with Kent. We got no good quarterback or wide receivers. I mean,
Is his first name Kent? I'd love for Kent State's coach to be named Kent.
no, it's not Kent.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, what we do got though is some sweet uniforms. That's all we got going on for ourselves. That's
Well,
about
I
it.
mean, you know, you've got flashes of good things. Some of them are golden.
Let's
but,
not.
you know.
Let's not. Let's not. Don't do that again, ever.
Hey, if you look good, you play good.
Hey, they did. They looked good last year. They just didn't play any good.
So I'm
But
not sure.
see, but guys, here's the hold on. Let me verify, make sure this is true before I say anything else.
What was that coming from, Mike?
I don't know. I don't think he finished it.
He
It's
said,
like-
I'm not sure if this is true, but EA Sports made a killing off of Kent State merch. I don't know.
I think he hit send before he finished typing or something.
Yeah.
So see, I'm looking at the projected MAC standings, and Kent State is not dead last in a few of these polls.
Are they going to win one game this season?
Well, it looks like the game of the basement, and let me say they play each other first. It may be Kent State versus UMass.
Oh,
my
yeah, you're right. UMass is not good either.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know they had football.
Yeah, the Minutemen.
They do. And you know what? They're called the Minutemen because they only last a minute in each game.
Don't ever make that joke like that again.
Hey, you take it however you want, okay?
We did. I'm just letting you know.
This is a family show.
No, it isn't.
Well, it was before you got on.
It was never a family show.
Yeah, we were doing wholesome content until you started ordering Skyline chili. Kent State versus UMass. UMass. I'm sorry. Kent State versus UMass. That's a good one, Lynn.
That's a good one, Lynn.
So
By the
guys,
way, Lynn, I want to know on your trip, did you get a hat? Because you deserve a hat.
so October 11th. So for your calendar.
My
I
birthday.
don't know what the time is yet. It's still TBD. Kent State is hosting the Minutemen.
Oh, we got this. We got this.
This may decide the bottom of the MAC.
We got this. We gonna beat them.
So Holstinger was saying he's not sure if this is true, but EA Sports made a deal with the NCAA that if people play with a certain team, that will increase their NIL money. So if everyone plays with Kent State, they can eventually start paying big money for players, so they may one day be in the top 10.
There is some kind of, I don't know what the metric is with playing, but yes, like the more teams that are played in the game, they do get a portion of that.
Yeah. So Holstinger, I don't know if that's what Kent State's plan is. I heard they were trying to reach out to Donnie to be a booster. I mean, that's going to put them over the top anyway. With the kind of purse he's carrying around. So,
I tried hard to I think when I was working up there that winter before last, I tried hard to get to the Kent State Akron football game.
That's a good rivalry.
I know. I wanted to go to that game so bad, and I ended up not being up there the weekend they played that.
I want to make it a goal at some point to check out some of like the college football rivalries that people don't really talk about as much. Like, I'd love to see the wagon wheel against Akron and Kent State. at some point. I think that'd be fun.
Listen, we're not Ohio State, Michigan, or anything like that, but that's a good rivalry.
Oh no,
there.
I appreciate the mid-level rivalry. for sure.
And Ed, I don't know if you know this, but on the Blue Jays pitching staff, Chris Bassett went to Akron and Eric Lauer went to Kent State. So we got the rivalry within the Blue Jays starting rotation.
You got some MAC schools there, baby.
Yeah, we do.
So I'm looking up Kent State notable alumni to see who would be willing to contribute to the football program. And, we got Steve Harvey, you got Michael Keaton, Arsenio Hall, Drew Carey, Nick Saban.
Is there a Donald Wise there?
There's not a Donald Wise there. There's
Okay.
a Ray Wise.
Is there an Ed Rivera there?
You're missing Antonio Gates?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Donnie, you make a good point. Ed does have a private pool, so he probably would be listed on there. He tried to hide that from me, and then I found out inadvertently that he's got his own private pool. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, no comment. I don't blame you, Ed. I wouldn't either.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I heard you got a private pool. That's just what I'm saying. Oh, look, there we go. Holsinger is spitting some facts tonight, by the way.
He's like a mini version of you tonight. Are y'all tag
No.
team or something?
Well,
Y'all
well,
are-
no.
Wait,
No,
why
he is
why is Holsinger going
he's
through your
spitting
couch?
facts. That's all he's doing, okay?
Are we not questioning why he's going through Donnie's couch?
Listen, all I know is I've got the MLB Hat History suite that Eric stayed in with my face on the pillows. So,
Well, see, Holsinger and Patrick have both been here, so as well as Eric, but both
Yeah.
of them have been here. So they're,
Yeah.
you start naming some wrestling duos, and that's them right there tonight.
yeah, well,
So,
I don't know if Mike Grell's still on, but Mike, I don't know if you. I know you said you didn't pass the background check. I don't know how I did, but I couldn't get my parking validated. That's all I remember. And don't worry, Holstinger. So am I.
I guess the next time I go, I just need to go to the house instead of just going to breweries around the area instead.
Well, listen, look for the shine of the gold, and that's all you have to do. Is he's got gold bullion in his backyard.
yeah,
He doesn't need banks. He's got the gold bullion instead.
So, are you guys going to be watching any of the preseason games on that start on Thursday?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm glad you said that. The Colts are about to get their butts handed to them because they play the Ravens. That's going to be a train wreck.
I did see they are starting. I've already blinked on the guy's name. My God.
Don't worry. We tried to forget their names too. Don't worry about it. We'll stand.
Richardson. My God, Richardson. They're starting Richardson.
Well, listen. Between Richardson and Jones, we've tried to forget both of their names, but one of them has to start, right? Or Riley Leonard. One of them.
I'll give you Pickett and Huntley.
I'm probably not going to see anything.
What time does Jacksonville play?
I don't know, but I'm going to be busy with Eric at some baseball games, so I'm probably not going to be
That's
taking in too much
right.
football.
That's
What?
right.
You're doing what?
We're going to be
Bring 'em
watching
on.
baseball.
Yeah.
We're not watching baseball.
I mean, on Thursday you won't be. You'll be here.
Yeah. Donnie, I can't wait to hear what I can't wait to hear what Eric gets free this time.
Donnie, you're going to be sitting watching the live game while Eric is watching a game on his phone at the ballpark.
If the Green Bay Packers are playing, I'm sure he will be watching the Packers
No, I don't
preseason
care
game.
about. No, I don't care about preseason. Nobody good plays.
No,
there
it'll be the
anyway.
Royals. It'll be the Royals.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
We're in Minnesota this weekend, so maybe.
Like I said.
Billy Fulcher's terrible.
We'll see what time that Royals game is, so we just know to sync up and make sure he actually will be doing that.
Is it Bailey Fulcher that you said was terrible, Eric? Is that his name?
What'd you say?
Is it Bailey Fulcher? Is that his name? The new guy you guys got that you said was terrible?
Bailey Falter, like he faults, like Falter, yes. And then Berger tonight wasn't much better. So both our two new guys lost the first two games to the Red Sox. So we beat you guys in the series, so then we can have the Red Sox pass you guys.
Hey, at least you're not the Yankees losing to the Marlins.
Yeah, that's why Patrick's wearing that hat.
Did you see my hat?
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you, Marlins.
I cannot believe that the Yankees have a winning record against every other team but the Marlins.
They
It's
don't have a
horrible.
winning record against the Blue Jays.
I mean, all-time record.
Oh, all-time record.
All-time
Well,
record.
See, what I tried to have a Yankees defense hat to thank their defense for where the Yankees are, but I couldn't find one. I think they made an error on that too.
You may as well just put a slice of Swiss cheese on your head with all the holes in that defense.
Well, I should have just put Volpe on my hat, but
I will say during the trade deadline stuff, one of my favorite recurring jokes was Volpe being traded to the Savannah Bananas.
Volpe sucks.
No, my favorite is the new Yankees bullpen that contributed to their first game with the team.
Yeah, not to get too deep into it, but I was looking in some of the games over the weekend because I didn't really follow them that well.
Yeah.
Everything I had going on. And I really guess I haven't paid that much attention to it because I don't watch them night in and night out or whatever. But I look back at like 4 or 5 games in a row, and I mean, Boone is horrible.
Yeah.
Every night is such a different lineup. He doesn't put anybody in the same slot. He has guys batting first. I mean, we got Bird at catcher, and then he plays first base. Then everybody's always moving around. Like, set a freaking lineup and just keep it. It makes no sense. Every
There's
night
no
is always
consistency.
no consistency, and players thrive on consistency. They don't want to be like, oh, I'm batting 7th tonight. Oh, I'm up at 3rd tonight. Or different leadoff guys every night. I mean, come on.
Well,
And I'm
Jazz
sure it's
Chisholm-
analytics for him because it drives me insane how ridiculous he is with that. Just put your 1 through 9. I know you're going to have a couple of guys bounce around, but if you got a guy in the 7 slot and he's not playing and somebody's playing for him, that guy's in the same slot. I'm sorry. That's just how it works for me.
Well, where's the accountability for Jazz?
There is none. I mean,
Right.
I don't get it either. I mean, he has his good moment. All of them have good moments, but
Yeah, he's a
they
talented player.
brought him in because of the charisma, and he's got. I think he tries too hard to the entertainment side of baseball rather than just play the game.
Yeah.
He tries to be showy and flashy and all that. Just play. Quit trying to be. I mean, just like the other night. I mean, I saw that video so many freaking times. There's a pop up at second base. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Donnie, I understand. You're not the first old person that does not understand jazz.
True. True.
Hey guys, really quick before I go inside and then get on my computer, but did you guys know something really cool that happened today, 2 years ago?
The Guardians were in the playoffs.
No. Ramirez knocked the shit out of Tim Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Was that,
I saw
was
that.
that-
earlier
Oh,
today,
I thought you were probably talking about the Montgomery boat dock fight.
No.
That was also 2 years
man.
ago.
I remember that one. Ooh.
That is I view that every time I get a chance.
Yeah, and listen, I know we were piling on Donnie with the Yankees, but I got to be fair. I'm going to pile on the Blue Jays. They were like knocked off the field by a last place Orioles team, and then they couldn't. And then the supposedly terrible Royals, they couldn't beat them. They were lucky to win one of those games. Man, it was just a horrible week. And I'm making fun of the Yankees defense. I think the Blue Jays, they were in the top 3 or 4 teams with the worst defense in the last 2 weeks. So as I'm sitting there making fun of the Yankees, the Blue Jays had some comical errors. I mean, it was just like, when I say that they just kind of fell apart, they fell apart. So let me be fair. I'm messing with the Yankees, but the Blue Jays had many clips that you could clip up to say, is this a first place team? Because they certainly weren't playing like it. So, and some of their acquisitions also, they had a lead against the Royals, and then the new bullpen acquisition blew the lead, and then then their other one got hit for 4 runs in extra innings. So I can't sit here and not be fair to Donnie. I'm sitting here messing with him about the Yankees, but it's not like the Blue Jays have showered themselves in glory over the last week. So I got to be consistent.
For a counterpoint to that.
Yep.
I understand where you're coming from with that, Patrick, but it's also really fun to make fun of the Yankees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But I also know that from my place, I have to acknowledge that he could come right back at me with some of the stuff that the Blue Jays were doing. So I want to be fair. I want to be fair to Donnie on that because I love to mess with him, but he takes it always really well. But
Sure.
and yeah, anyone can come at the Blue Jays too, and they would be right. They'd be well within their rights to do that.
Well, I mean, you go back and you look. I think over the course of last weekend, I mean, every day we had a different DH. I mean,
Yeah.
either Stanton's going to be your DH because he can't do anything else, or he's not going to play. Like you have him a DH one day, you have a couple of other guys at DH that really aren't DHs. It's like you got guys that play. Like I said, they had Bird at catcher. Like, what the hell is he doing at catcher? He's not even a catcher. He's a first baseman. I'm
Well,
sure
I
he
didn't think
can
he was a
catch.
backup catcher. I was going to say like I thought
He might be,
It's
but
Austin Wells and the other guy.
I don't know. I don't know why they would do that. But again, it's Boone. He coaches by notebook, and it just drives me insane.
Well, did you see him having a go at his first base coach the other day?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
see
I
that.
think it was. And Mr. Producer, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think there was a play that involved either the first or third base coach, and then it was just one of those bad base running plays, but it was at the behest of the coach, and Boone basically lit into the coach in the dugout, and the cameras caught it. And
Was that the Jeff Chisholm one?
I think it was. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That
Wasn't it the first base coach?
That was the first base side. The third base one you may be thinking of was the intentional balk at the Boston Houston game.
Yes.
Where I don't remember who the second baseman who was on the base at the time, but Houston was concerned that he was stealing signs, so they automatically balked him. They balked him the third, and then the third base coach had words with that pitcher.
I think you're right on that. Oh man, a Blue Jays player just got hurt. Ouch.
Did you guys see the incident at Little League World Series with Oklahoma and the stealing? I mean, the indicating signals from the second baseman?
The Oklahoma Little League. If you've looked into that, it is a lot worse because there's technically not even a Little League in Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a whole story behind it because I forgot. There was somebody who follows Little League that's kind of in like the Midwestern region, and they were just saying that team's basically just a group that they've made for that tournament somehow.
Wow. That's interesting. Because they were clearly giving signals and then tried to play it off like they weren't doing anything. And the coach is like, it's not in the rule book. I was like, yeah, it clearly is in the rule book. It was put in the rule book about 7 years ago. And it's only a rule in Little League. But anyway, it was funny. I don't think in hindsight, like, if they had gone by the letter of the law in that incident and ejected the coach and ejected that player, I don't know if they would have been able to replace that player on the base or if that would have counted as an out, or I don't know how that would have worked from throwing him out of the game for doing it, or if he had to be replaced on second. But I mean, the kid at bat, he jacked a grand slam anyway. So, I don't know if it would have ended the inning by calling them on that, but in the end it didn't matter. But it did seem like the Oklahoma squad was kind of like they knew what they were doing, and they were trying to get away with it as long as they could. But it's just funny. I mean, see these kids out there trying to do stuff like that, but they learn that stuff from watching, other players do things like that. Because there's a lot of major league players that seem to be kind of trying to do things like that from second base as it is now.
No, I have not been to a Little League World Series.
I want me neither. I'd love to go to a Little League World Series. We did have the Dixie Youth World Series here for one of the age groups this past weekend in Lexington. And I wanted to get to some of those games, but heck, it rained all weekend. Got 2 Fireflies games rained out on us over the weekend because of it. So I don't know how they got all those Little League games in.
Well, I think that's all the topics that I have for today that we've already talked about. So I guess
That was a lot of topics, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we covered a good bit. So
Yeah. Ed, do you love having I really wanted to get your opinion. Do you love having 6 quarterbacks in Cleveland now? I mean, are you overjoyed that you're really reaching 50 quarterbacks since 1999? I mean, you were well on your way. I can't wait to see who you sign next.
Is variety truly the spice of life, Ed?
Yes, it is.
So, what do you guys got going on in your podcast or shows?
I will murder each and every single one of you.
Whoa! Time out.
Wow.
Time out.
That's aggressive.
That's
Is
strong.
that your podcast for Monday? I mean, that's kind of a hard one.
No, remember the podcast. I'm on a hiatus.
He's on a hiatus.
You're on hiatus. Patrick, you're still on a hiatus.
I am.
Eric, what about EFA?
Eric is high. Look at him. He's like, what is going on?
I don't think
What's
he's
happening?
Yeah,
I can tell y'all I'm on a low hiatus. So.
Honestly, though, guys, listen. Let's be honest. The Browns are a fucking hot mess. They don't even know. Andrew Berry does not even know what the fuck he's doing when it comes to quarterbacks. He has not had a good track record of drafting or picking any quarterbacks. So the fact that we have 6, absolutely, it checks out for him. So let's just go with that.
Listen, let's bring Brandon Whedon back and just throw it back.
Let's not.
Just throw it back a little
Let's
bit. Go
not.
Pokes.
You're forcing the whole Go Pokes thing again.
I don't care.
You're
I don't care.
forcing it.
I don't care.
You're
It
forcing
came up
it.
earlier in the episode, so I can say it now.
You had a natural
Go
one. I'll
Pokes.
give you that. But man, don't do that to Brandon Whedon. You already stole his crystal light. What more are you going to do?
Well, it's what I do. Yeah. By the way, Ed, so you can make fun of me. Here's my pack of Crystal Light. I've got it. Got it in the baggie.
Unreal.
So
Got
what
the baggie.
So what we're gonna do for tomorrow for Thursday's show, Patrick's going to send me the flavors, and we're going to do a wheel of what his next Crystal Light flavor is going to be for the episode.
Yep. The wheel of geriatrics. So,
God.
Yeah.
So listen, Eric, can you?
What happens first? Do I drink another Crystal Light, or do the Browns sign another quarterback?
Probably the Crystal Light.
Okay.
I will murder you.
No,
So,
I mean, honestly, it's a legit question. People want to know.
People want to know what EFA's got going on this week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's going on with EFA this week?
What's up with that way above average podcast?
Anyway, so tomorrow, Johnny and I earn for an average. Freeze. Everybody clap your hands. We are going bowling to the bayou. We have Johnny and his wife, the CEO, talking about their trip to Baton Rouge and to Lake Charles to see the Gumbo Gators and the Acadiana King Cutters. So it's Johnny and his wife tomorrow.
Looking forward to
Guys, sad news to report. Bath salts are banned in the NFL.
We talked about that too.
Yeah, I was going to say that was like 8:25 when you weren't on.
No,
Say
that's
that
more like
again?
8:50.
What were you
I think
saying,
that's what it
Patrick? I couldn't hear you.
What I said?
That was more, yeah, we talked about that
Yeah,
around
you know.
8:50.
Well, I'm back, so
Whoa.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Am I going to have to take the keys from both of you?
game.
Yeah, well, probably. I'll be on. Let's be honest, probably.
Yeah. So, what other topics can Ed bring up that we've already talked about?
I just want you guys to know that I play really well at first base tonight. I went 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Yeah, it was not good. It was not good.
In slow pitch.
Yeah, slow pitch.
Oh, this was softball tonight. Okay, I thought you were.
No,
playing
it wasn't
Sandlot.
softball. No, it was.
Okay. It is
baseball.
Sandlot.
Sandlot.
Okay.
Yeah, Sandlot.
Okay. I didn't realize y'all were playing like weeknight games as well.
Yeah, no, we played. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun. It was wild though. So got a good turnout tonight. So it was a little nerve wracking there first. We thought it was going to rain, but it didn't. So we got lucky.
Nice.
I'm glad you were able to get that in.
By the way, just a quick shout out because Ed spends my money. For those of you that have not ever seen the yard ball before, I love this thing. You probably heard about it on the Dad Hat Chronicles before. As you all know, Ed has spent my money on multiple occasions. He spent my money with the London Majors, with his Instagram content. Great content, but very expensive. Let's see what else. The lawn cocks from the
Such a
Welland
good name.
outfit.
Such a good name.
It's a great name. And then I think it was the same episode where he talked about how he only wears one hat ever, and he talked about how I never wear any of my hats.
You don't.
Trying to make himself look good. He also talked about yard ball. So for those, since I don't have a glove right now that's worth anything, I need to talk to Ed about that to figure out what kind of glove I should get. If you like to play catch, check out the yard ball if you don't have a glove. So, and then something that we did not do earlier tonight, and that's on me, and I apologize, is this show is brought to you by Old Ford Baseball Co. So for those that don't know, you can use code Dad Hat to get 15% off your entire purchase. And for those of you that love stickers, you can use code DHC to get the stickers of the month for not $6, but $3. So, Brett, if you're listening, just know that you can even get that. Yes, I did steal that Crystal Light from a nursing home. That's right, Holsinger, I sure did. But while I was doing that, I also visited Old Fort Baseball Co. to get 15% off my entire order. So it felt like I was stealing the website. So
And
It doesn't surprise me, Mike. It doesn't surprise me.
I took advantage of their $20 T-shirt sale on NBC T-shirts before the tournament was over on Sunday, and I got a Liberal BJ's T-shirt.
I was gonna say I tried to get a Liberal BJ's and they were out of them. Yeah.
I told him to start making up some Hutch Monarchs ones because they're about to be the next tournament of champions. Went into the last three, so
I can't
hopefully
wait.
we'll have some Hutch Monarchs ones soon.
Yeah, well, I love what Logan's doing with the support local baseball with Baseball Mapper and what they're doing with Sandlot Baseball. I hope there's another Sandlot team available sometime soon. But I don't know if or when that will happen, but maybe we'll see what the future holds. And then what he's doing with NBC and all the great things that are going on with Old Fort. Shout out to Logan. Thank you for always supporting this show, and make sure you go and support them at our friends at Old Fort Baseball Co. because they make some really good products, and they have a really comfortable hoodie. Which, oh, by the way, that was also thanks to Ed. Speaking of Ed spending my money, So
I hope they restock some of the other shirts because I wanted to get the Gold Panther shirt and I wanted to get the Bismarck shirt, but they didn't have my size left in either of those.
I got both of those and every one he's made.
Yeah, and
well, you bought the 9-pack, didn't you, when it came out?
Right.
And I also, this one's actually Virgil's fault because he looked so cool wearing it. I want to get that support local craft baseball. So that one is Virgil's fault. So basically,
I have that one too.
Basically, to our great viewers, what I'm telling you is that all these guys that are on here, they are influencers that cause me to spend money.
That support local baseball T-shirt, green one, is so nice, dude.
You can't buy anything right now, so it's not our fault. You can't buy anything right now, so it's not our fault.
I know, I can't. You're right.
This is another awesome one.
Yep.
The hat.
That's one of my favorites. Yeah.
This is such a good one. I love the little the baseball and the flag over here on the side.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, and just a quick thank you to our viewers too. Thanks for tuning in. We have fun doing this, but it's even more fun when we have all you guys interacting with us. So thanks for the constant support. We do appreciate it. And, you make this what it is. So thanks for tuning in with us, and thanks for tuning in with us for the time change. And, Ed will catch on probably in a couple months, but but we appreciate you guys being here with us. And yeah.
And for those that missed and came in at 9:00 and was like, oh crap, I'm late. We apologize for maybe not promoting it as much as we probably should have, but glad y'all found us at 8. Now that you know that we're going to be at 8, spread the word.
Ed was on at 9:19. Not that anybody's counting, but You know.
You know what, Ed? You're the one that chose him to be the administrator when you're not here. So
I'm about to change that real quick, just so
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, don't worry. I'm about to lose my privileges.
You are.
Right
You keep
now.
you're you know.
Yeah. You know. I'm about to be cooked out here. So you know.
You really are. You really
Yeah.
are.
I'm about to be cooked. So.
You asked for it.
Yeah. Thanks to Daddy Warbucks over there for getting me in trouble. You know.
the
Asking
guy that
you
you've been
shall
picking
receive.
on all night, the one
What?
you've been picking on all night?
Right. The guy you've
Sorry.
been picking on and then ganging up on the Yankees. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Daddy.
That guy.
Sorry, I meant to say Daddy Wisebucks. Excuse me. I'm gonna get that right eventually.
And he keeps going.
Um,
He just keeps going.
It's just nonstop. He's just keep one after the other.
You know, listen, if you're already cooked, you might as well. You know, I'm just gonna stay in the kitchen. So.
I was just gonna say you might as well just burn.
Yep, probably will.
Let's wrap it up, boys.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. And then we'll get back up with you on Thursday at 8:00 Eastern time. That is 8:00 Eastern time, 7:00 Central. Mountain time doesn't exist. So 8:00 Eastern, 7:00 Central. So we will see you guys later. Have a good night.
Night.
Later.